It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025, and we are coming to you live this morning on a Frask Wednesday morning.
Too Frask.
What is the current temperature outside in the greater Tampa Bay area via the way of Lutz?
39 degrees.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it's raining, too, so that helps.
Oh, we need the water, though. We need the rain. So, yeah, thankfully I don't have to go out there, but I certainly I had the door open last night when I was sleeping. I had to get up in the middle of the night and shut it. It was freezing.
Yeah, it's cold.
Little Frask morning. I mean, the big news today is that there's snow in Florida.
Yeah. A lot of snow, too. So earlier in the day, my brother Tim texted me, and there was a picture of his back steps, and it had like little snow dust on there. And I was like, no way. That's so crazy.
He's in Destin?
He's in Destin.
Yeah.
Then he texted me later on with him pulling his kids behind his truck on an inner tube on the snow on the street. But like, it's crazy. It's like 4 or 5 inches of snow.
The weirdest photo was the beach at Destin, and it's covered in snow.
Oh, really?
So weird to see.
So weird because for the longest time moving from Illinois to Destin, when we would drive past the beach, it looks like snow because the sand is white. The sand is white, so you would see like grass and the things sticking up, whatever, and then it would look like it was snow, and I would always, it looks like it's snow. Now it's actually snow, and it's so weird.
That's crazy, dude. So now do you believe me that it snowed in 1989?
No, not here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. I sent Joe a picture yesterday of Bourbon Street.
Yeah, I
like
saw that.
6 inches of snow.
Yeah.
The entire street covered.
That's
Bananas.
great.
Yeah.
I love when you could visit snow.
Yeah.
And you could leave snow.
Yeah, Tallahassee got snow.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of friends up there.
Like if it's snow, 6 inches of snow whenever we're there for the Super Bowl thing, it's not going to be fun.
No.
Well, no, I don't. I just like to look at it. I'm not going to go out and play in it.
Well, but not even like that's going to be terrible. People don't know how to drive in snow. It's going to be all slushy.
You know who knows how to drive in snow? Tom. Tom knows how to drive in snow. I have all the faith in Tom.
The first time I drove in snow, it was very scary because the car just all of a sudden will slide where you're not used to doing that.
You've seen here in Florida when it rains, people lose their minds and don't know what to do. And it's like, come on.
Listen, I'm very sheltered, Galvin. I'm in the back of the Sprinter. I can't see anything. Tom's driving. I just assume everything's perfect. Don't make me think bad thoughts.
Terrible.
Yeah, so that is the big news this morning. The big chill is not only in Florida, of course, but throughout the rest of the country where people are freezing. I think about this not from a bleeding heart point of view, but homeless people. Like, what are they doing? Where are they going? I mean, some of them try to ride it out, and it's just too cold.
Well, I believe on my, I think on my Waze app, it popped up, and it said if you need shelter, that had a few different things.
That's good.
Not that the homeless people have the Waze app doing that, but who knows?
You'd be surprised how many of them have cell phones.
That's true. That's true.
I still think more of a necessity. Like homeless people, you would think, oh, you got a cell phone. I think that they could probably get more done with a cell phone than
sure.
Yeah, like if they had to pay for one
help.
thing. Yeah.
But where are they charging it?
You Starbucks.
Yeah.
You can charge
the
in certain
Starbucks
places.
want homeless people in there.
Not
They
anymore.
just changed their exactly. They just changed their bathroom.
Yeah, but you know what? Like
policies.
McDonald's and all that. I mean, you don't have to stay in there for 4 hours.
I just sent you guys to the group chat. I sent you a picture of my brother's truck in snow. I mean, look at that. That's Destin. That's snow. That's not like flurries or a little bit of ice on the grass or whatever. That's snow that's sticking to the ground and accumulating.
Not just a little dusting of ice.
Yeah, and like a few inches of it and stuff. By the way, speaking of homeless people, Adam Carolla had a pretty good point the other day because he was talking about, obviously, in California with all the fires and stuff, and they were saying about homeless people and everything. And he goes, you have to understand, you're lumping all of these people in. He goes, because it's not just people that are homeless or unhoused, as they like to call them. He goes, it's a bunch of junkies. It's a bunch of junkies. And, I don't know whether that's necessarily here, but like it's a ton of people that are on drugs and are just out there living.
But you know what? I mean, I like I said a couple of times on the show, even yesterday, about how those child predator videos are mostly people with mental issues.
Yeah.
Most of these homeless people are the same thing. They're people who have mental issues, and they have nobody to take care of them and nowhere to go.
And a majority of them do drugs to try and self-medicate
or drink. Yeah. So it's a horrible cycle.
Do you always bring pizza and condoms when you meet a 15-year-old girl?
Oh boy.
Right? Those are the best videos ever.
You know what's so great when they get the guy who's 55 years old and he's there to meet a 14-year-old girl and they smack the hell out of him.
Oh,
but then you get the guy and he's like in his 20s and he's fat and probably never gotten laid in his life and he's got a bad lisp. He's like, I was just going to take her to the party. I didn't know. And then they're beating that guy up.
I like the old Chris Hansen ones.
These
ones punch people in the face is kind of weird.
So Chris Hansen has a bunch of iterations now because he had To Catch a Predator, which was on Dateline, NBC, that thing, whatever. And then he left Dateline and it was, I don't know, something else with Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
But he's had like a few different ones. But Shane Gillis was making a joke about it, and he was talking about those To Catch a Predator things. He goes, but the Indian guys, like, they don't know the law in America, and they're from. I mean, some do, obviously,
right,
but some that are like straight from India, they're like,
well, it's okay to be with a 13-year-old.
Yeah, and he's like, you're here to meet a 14-year-old, and he's like, yeah, like this is the best
big
thing.
Score, big
like this is awesome. Yes, that's exactly what I'm here for.
Carmen, you ever get sniped online?
Wait, what?
You ever get anything online like when you were a kid?
No. I was back in the AOL like chat days and stuff.
That was the worst. ASL.
Yeah.
But I knew everybody I was talking to because we had like our friend group. Like I didn't go into chat rooms and stuff like that.
It wasn't as wide open back then, I don't think.
Oh, it was wider open in the chat rooms.
Oh, really?
You can go into an AOL chat room and section it out. You can go into ones like I used to every morning get into like I'd start the show at 4:30, like when I'd prep for the show. AOL was all we had at the time, and I would throw myself into a chat room because the constant activity made our internet run faster. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just go in and then minimize the window. I wouldn't chat with anybody, and it was like chat room, town hall, 3,000,007.
You could pick different ones,
right?
For like your
I would
area.
just go in the first open one and just get in.
Yeah.
But I could nail it down to Michigan girls between the ages of 14 and 20 and be like, oh, ASL, what's going on? And you wouldn't know how old I was.
Right.
I think they didn't know how good they had it at the time.
You know, the Predators?
Wait,
the
easy guy.
I don't think the Predators knew, like, oh man, that's we're gonna look back on this one day and realize how good we had.
I'd say it was the golden era of pedophiles.
You never had any issues?
No, not really. Like we would get into chats, but I mean, like really, we were talking to the boys at our school that we wanted to talk to.
That's what I was doing too.
Occasionally, we would get into the chat rooms and it would get weird and stuff. But the second the boy we liked got on, by chat, hello you. You know what I mean? Yeah, we were like so boy craze.
I was talking to the boys I wanted to talk to.
Yeah. Exactly.
When that little door, man.
Listen,
You'd ask a question, and you'd just hear,
You're like,
what? Come on.
at the time, Pete and I were so poor, we had one computer for the two of us.
Yeah.
And Pete would be like, I'm going to get some girls to come over. And I'd go, no, you're not. And he's like, I am. and I'd get in my bed and lay down and fall asleep. And I'd hear him clackety on the keyboard. And then every once in a while, he'd be like, they're on the way. And he was pretty good with roping them in. Not underage girls.
No.
I'm talking about
that you know of.
mostly overweight girls.
Overage and overweight.
Yeah. Definitely not winners.
I remember meeting one girl that I was like talking to and stuff, and then we'll meet in the Publix parking lot, whatever. And I drove up and saw her, and I kept on driving.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I was like, no. We just made eye contact.
I felt like I made the effort. I'm there. I might as well do it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm a trooper.
Yeah.
A real hero.
I really.
Michael.
Yeah, I mean, the team wasn't getting any. It was just me, and nobody knew about it.
She
so I
looked
was
like a team.
Yeah. I was never. I got a couple that were older than I thought.
Yeah.
But never like really bad. You know what I mean? The old ladies were crazy.
Yeah.
They would do anything. Speaking of crazy old ladies. Did anybody see the video of the woman that got arrested at Mar-a-Lago yesterday?
No.
That people sent to me might be the woman that emails me every day.
Uncle Tesla?
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on, stand by because I emailed that lady this morning to see if she'd respond.
Her voice is very recognizable.
Yeah.
The voice was similar.
Was it?
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if she emailed me back.
I mean, that would make 100% sense.
Yeah, like that would be shocking.
No.
The lady that calls the radio station and talks about how she knows Donald Trump and has an Uncle Tesla. And
Mike was playing some of the voicemails yesterday, and they're wild.
Hold on. Can you call in?
I think she's in the administration.
oh,
So the woman that got arrested yesterday pulled up to Mar-a-Lago in the car. Now, I saw this video from a bunch of different sources yesterday, and a bunch of people sent it to me and said, is this the lady that emails you every day? And I said, I don't know. So she pulled up to the car, and a security guy with body cam footage goes over there, and he's like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, good. And he's like, what are you here for? And she's like, I'm here to talk to Trump. And he's like, okay, we don't have you on the list. And she goes by. I talked to him this morning. I handle all the stuff for him every day, and she's carrying on about their relationship. And
Donnie T.
yeah, and she's like, yeah, and then finally they get into, hey, where'd you get this car? Is this your car? And she's like, yeah, and like because it comes up abandoned when we run the plates. And she's like, abandoned? No, I don't. And he's like, why is there writing on the window? And she's like, well, a couple of weeks ago when I had to go to the hospital and you guys towed it from, and it starts unraveling.
Oh, no.
And then the guy goes, all right, can, she's got a tattoo on her arm. He's like, that's a cool tattoo. And she's like, oh yeah. He's like, can I see it? And she's like, yeah. He goes, will you step out of the car? And she gets out of the car and she shows the tattoo. And he goes, all right, we're going to put you in handcuffs now.
Yeah.
And he puts her in handcuffs and he's like, you're under arrest because you have a warrant out for your arrest. And so I don't know how it ended out of there, but, she's calling in.
Oh, man.
All right.
Did you just bail out?
Yeah. The number come up, Donnie T.
Carmen, will you keep an eye on that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so anyway, this woman ended up getting arrested, and a bunch of people sent it to me, and I wanted to see if it was this lady.
I talked to Podium Guy yesterday.
You did?
I did. I was able to find his number.
Ah!
I talked to him. He's in Vegas right now, but he wants to come on the show as soon as he gets back.
Well, he's going to be too late then.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I tried to float the idea of him getting up at 5:30 in the morning and calling
Calling
us.
in.
It didn't go over well.
What about 6:30? It would be 9:30. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be so
It
bad.
didn't go over well.
What is he doing? Is he just like on vacation?
He's at a gun show.
that's a
all
SHOT
right.
show right
Shot,
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's like, awesome. I'd love to come on. I'm at SHOT in Vegas right now.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm back Saturday.
Well, all those guys now are all obsessed with guns. They're all
Yeah.
running out to get guns. Carmen is at line one, I think. There you go. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, good. You're live on the air. I wanted to make sure you weren't in jail. I saw a woman get arrested yesterday at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, really? No, it wasn't me. As a matter of fact, my quantum came in.
Oh, you got your quantum?
Got the quantum. It's in the bank account.
Hell yeah.
Explain to Joe what the quantum is. He doesn't know.
It is the quantum financial system that we are going to when the president starts bringing this out. And it is a new financial system, and it is cryptocurrency backed.
Tell Joe how you got yours already and nobody else got theirs.
Well, my uncle was Nikola Tesla, and President Trump is my Tesla dad.
Right. And so what did you think of the inauguration?
You know, to be honest, I didn't watch it.
We didn't. How did you not watch it?
weren't
That should
there?
be a highlight for you.
Because I know what was happening there.
Right.
That was arrests that were going on behind the scenes. We had done the same thing in 2020 with Joe Biden's inauguration. Arrests went on behind the scenes, and then arrests went on behind the scenes again. If you notice, he never put his hand on the Bible. If you notice, that Fetterman shows up in shorts and a wrinkled t-shirt or something.
Yeah.
It was those were the signs for the whole world to know this is not the real inauguration. He was actually sworn in Thursday, I believe the 16th.
Oh. Why do they do the whole fake inauguration?
Arrests, because everyone shows up at this inauguration that is invited, and then it is military arrests going on.
So it's like the old school where the New York cops would be like, "You're getting Yankees tickets,
Right.
just show up here," and then they'd arrest them.
So
all.
who ended up getting arrested?
Well, I don't have the ability to tell you who got arrested.
You mean you know
What I can tell you
but you
is-
can't tell me.
Pardon?
You know, but you can't tell me, like, because I'm not on the inside.
Right. Exactly. The bottom line is the president told us when he took office the first term in 2017
Right.
that he stood at the podium and he said, why do they tell one another what they do in war? So you knew right then and there, they're not going to tell you when the arrests are going on. It's going to be silent.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing for 8 years.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
What now? Now, have you talked to the president recently?
This morning when he told me to get on to see if my quantum hit the bank account.
Oh, he well, how does
He gets up very early.
Oh, I know. But how does he communicate with you? Through text or does he call you?
It's encrypted
Oh,
and it's through text.
Come on, of course.
I know. I got to get that encryption. I got to be able to contact him directly.
Should I buy the Trump coin or the Melania coin?
Well, I can't tell you what to do, but I think it'll be valuable one day.
All right.
Interesting.
My quantum's on back order, so I need
Right,
to
you're not
make-
gonna get
You
the
gotta
We
quantum.
don't get ours for a while.
I got to make some moves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Quantum's coming for everybody very soon.
Oh,
Who
thank
is?
God.
Quantum is coming for everybody, along with the med beds, very soon.
gotcha.
The mud bug. What?
Anything else we need to know about?
Well, military tribunals will eventually be on television.
I hope so because I like to watch those things.
Right.
What
Oh, yeah,
about,
you'll be quite entertained.
what about all those guys that got out of jail yesterday? The January 6th guys.
Thank God.
Right.
And the president, did you see him signing everything?
Fast and
Well,
Furious.
that was his clone.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't the president?
No, that was the clone. He has five. Well, I can't say how many clones he has.
I heard it was 5.
Yeah, I heard 5.
5.
Five clones.
Really?
Yeah. That's his Dave.
Yeah. You don't have to comment on that, but we
Yeah, a
we hear 5.
president's job, because we have, the way we have our continent with all the different time zones, they have to stay on duty. They need clones
Oh, yeah.
to stay on duty.
That makes sense.
Now, what do you think about the Gulf of America? How quick are we going to change that name?
I think it'll be pretty soon because he wants to drill, and we can't drill under the Gulf of Mexico.
Right. Drill, baby, drill.
Okay.
Drill, baby, drill.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad that you did not get arrested yesterday. I was very concerned. The woman that went down there, you don't have any Trump tattoos, do you?
I don't have any tattoos. No,
Okay, good. Because that's
it wasn't me.
I
It
knew.
wasn't me.
Yeah, I knew because sometimes the evil forces they work in weird ways.
Plus, we thought it could have been your clone.
Yeah.
They have tattoos.
Don't even go there.
Yeah, I know, right?
What
Well,
do you think of that?
I'm glad you're safe, and thank you for the information, and good luck with your quantum. Is there anything I should be doing to prepare for the quantum?
Well, just pay attention to what the president has to say because he's going to educate in how everyone goes about this.
How do I know which one is the president, which one's the clone?
Well, that's kind of difficult to discuss. I'm not allowed for national security to tell you how to tell the difference.
What
Got
about Elon Musk? Some people are calling him the president.
Well, Elon Musk is a clone that we control.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
That's how we arrest them.
Yeah.
When they're arrested and sent to Guantanamo Bay, we take their DNA and we clone them, and then we control the conscience.
That makes sense.
That's brilliant.
We should have did that.
Oh,
with
yeah,
Trump.
it is. The way we're doing this, the world doesn't know yet.
What do you think about Elon's Hitler salute? You see that thing? You think that was a malfunction of the clone?
I think that was done on purpose.
Of course.
I think it was done on purpose because he was deep state. That's why he's a clone now that we control.
Interesting. All right. Well, good. I appreciate the heads up. We should check in a little bit more often.
Yeah, that'd be good. You guys take care. You know I listen to you every morning.
I
With
appreciate
your
it.
radio.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a great day.
All right, guys, you too.
Bye.
Bye. I don't
Seems
know whether
legit.
you heard her say med beds.
Yeah.
You know what med beds are?
No.
Med
I do.
beds, Calvin. Of course, I know. Well, you tell everybody.
Med beds, an abbreviation of medical bed or
Mhm.
meditation bed. See, Joe knows. He's
Right.
agreeing with me. Are secret beds that can miraculously heal humans and extend
Yeah,
life.
the med beds.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I was unaware. I see
Yeah.
that all you guys knew
Yeah,
what it was.
If
Well,
we get one, Geo needs it first. I
Yes,
think.
Geo's in
Yeah.
the worst
Thank-
shape.
thank
Right.
you.
I was more into the quantum but,
Before,
but I didn't, so I wasn't so much up on the med beds
I'm
yet.
very excited about my quantum coming.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
going to be great.
Oh yeah.
Good luck. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello. All right.
Clone.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Everything's a clone.
Yep.
Hello?
I think they're cloning our phones.
Damn
Yeah.
it. We've been hit.
Son of a bitch.
Well,
Sure
when
that.
you talk to her, a lot of times, then, people will. I think they have to clear out the lines.
Oh, of course.
So
national
I
security.
think. Well, they're trying to track her. I bet the other side.
Maybe
You'll never get her.
no,
You'll never get her. She's too smart to do
Yeah.
that. She dials in through. By the time I get the call, it comes through Prague.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
know
encrypted.
this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's
Doesn't even have any tattoos. You think you're gonna catch her? Get out of here.
I don't know.
I love her.
Oh,
Yeah, well, she's great.
That's America right there.
Thanks, baby.
As long as she doesn't kill us.
What's her name?
I can't say that.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
come
Sorry.
on.
I should not have asked that.
she said it.
Don't speak it.
Well,
She goes by Tesla Trafficante,
Right.
which I don't know how that fits in the Trafficantes, but
Well,
I'd rather not know.
her father, her uncle was Nikolai Tesla.
Right.
Right.
Right. But I don't know where the Trafficantes fit into this.
Well, listen, they ran Florida for a long time.
I know, but I don't know how the Russian Tesla mixes in with the Italian Tampa Trafficantes.
my cousin was a guitar tech for Tesla, the band.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And then my
No relation?
no, my neighbor 2 doors down drives a Tesla.
Oh, those are
So,
nice too.
Yeah.
All right.
Titus O'Neil drives a Tesla.
Yes. Yeah. Took
Used
it
to be
from some guy.
Took it.
My brother sent me a picture of it yesterday on the road.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm behind Joey's old car. And I was like, yep, that was the one that was taken from us.
Yes.
Just ripped from the driveway.
Nice car. Can I have it?
Mike Calta Show, triangulating. Good morning. Oh, man,
Hey,
weird.
what's up?
Oh, there you go.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, so I've been a conspiracy theorist for a long, long time, and I think a lot of the conspiracies have hit pretty hard and right on point. But I think somewhere along the way they inserted some false conspiracy theories to create division amongst the conspiracy theorists. But these QAnon people are insane. Like, they've been talking that people are going to get arrested since the first time Trump went into office, and nothing's ever happened. So they're just liars
That
at this
has
point.
happened. They're in Guantanamo Bay, and then they take their DNA out and they reprogram their
You
brains.
just don't have clearance.
Yeah,
sir.
you don't have. You're not on the
Yeah.
quantum clearance.
Yeah, well, I had one more thing I was going to say, but now I forgot it because you guys made me laugh. But
Well, no, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying.
no, I feel you. I understand.
Certain people think that that is the reason why that lady thinks that they have been arrested and that they're in Guantanamo Bay.
Well, I think that lady is insane. Well, one thing that's happened recently that I don't think enough people are talking about is the fact that Anthony Fauci got pardoned. And
Everybody's
why
talking
does
about
everyone
that.
just?
We
Everyone is talking about
literally
it.
just talked about it
It's
yesterday.
a
Yeah.
top story at every site.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning. All right, that's you're Carmen. Triangulate that call and send him to Gitmo.
We got it.
I did see a lot of people yesterday online were saying that the reason Trump did not put his hand on the Bible is because he was president the entire time because he didn't lose in 2020. So that's why.
So you can't double down.
right. So that's why he was already president. So he didn't need to put his hand on the Bible.
It would reverse it.
Yeah.
I heard he didn't want to burn his fingers.
Like, well, he was already president anyways. He didn't lose in 2020.
He should have just crossed 2 fingers on the other hand.
Yeah, that
It
just
cancels
negates
it
everything.
out.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Doesn't
right.
count.
I don't know. I mean, nobody ever considers that Trump just didn't realize and put his hand on the Bible, or maybe he doesn't want to be associated with a specific religion.
Or more like people are just human, and it's a big moment, and you forget what's going on.
Yeah.
I think a couple things. One, I think there's somebody that was probably going Bible.
Yeah.
You know,
I
but-
think he was making a statement.
But also, I mean, God saved him. To make America
he is
great
religious.
again. Right.
Yeah.
Like he even said that he felt like God saved him because he had work to do and make America great again.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it in news. You have the audio of him at the church yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. And we'll see how God dealt with that yesterday afternoon. Imagine being Sean Hannity now for the next 4 years. You are just locked in. You are just you can text the president. You get him on the show whenever you want.
yeah.
You're the go-to guy.
You're the guy now.
You're the go-to guy. That must be so easy for him.
I love Hannity when he's on Fox News, obviously, and he's like talking about the legacy media. Like, is Fox and CNN and MSNBC, are they not the media?
Yeah, what is he talking about?
Like, he's not legacy media. He's like, the legacy media is the thing now, which is, I guess he's referring to CNN and MSNBC.
Yeah.
And just, the
They're
evil.
the same exact thing.
I'm like, dude, you're on one of the largest networks in the
Yeah.
country. You are media.
That's funny. I just feel like for him, he's got it. I mean, he'll be able to have direct ties to Pete Hegseth. He'll have direct ties to Rubio and to Trump. Like, he's locked in with those guys.
They already said Fox News' TV ratings were through the roof on Inauguration Day.
Yeah. Interesting. I have to tell you, I loved it. I love watching the history. You know, we talk about Trump not putting his hand on the Bible, and then he probably might have forgotten. Just like he forgot that he was sitting in front of the desk with the letter in the desk. He didn't even check the desk. He said it might have been weeks before he looked in that desk.
Yeah, I mean, these people are human. A lot of stuff's going on.
Yeah, and they're the busiest people in the world at that point. You know,
when you forgot.
Wouldn't you love to know the secrets about inside the Oval Office, like what's in there? And like he sits there and he's got 2 phones now to his left.
Yeah.
Like, are those video call phones? And why do you need 2 phones?
I love that the Diet Coke button is back.
The Diet Coke button is great.
That's so hilarious to me.
Dude, were you surprised by how fast they switched everything over? Like, when he was in there, immediately after the inauguration, they had all the pictures of his family behind him on the counter.
No, they said that's what they were doing.
Yeah, I watched a documentary about like transfer of power and how quickly they swap out the Oval Office, and they do it within 24 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Biden leaves the office the night before, and then overnight, a whole team comes in to do the furniture and everything because they've got it all planned ahead of time.
That must really suck.
It's pretty interesting.
To be able to be like at 3:00 in the morning, ring a bell and be like, I'd like a tuna fish sandwich. And they bring a tuna fish sandwich up to you. And then one day you're just like, no more bell, no more service.
Don't think Biden and every ex-president has like servants?
Yeah, but not the team of servants that they have.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's like living in Downton Abbey.
I still think he rings a bell and he gets his tuna fish sandwich.
Yeah, but only because he's an old man. He can't make his own tuna. I mean, you. So I watched a documentary about the White House too, and it was about the White House movie screening room.
Yeah,
and they have a library of movies, but they could also request to get first run movies as they're in the theaters to be shown over there at the White House. And I thought that would be pretty cool. And there's a record you can go and pull up, and it'll show you what movies the president watched while he was there. And
it's all public record.
Yeah. Who is it? I can't remember. One of them used to watch a movie about Patton all the time.
Didn't Obama watch James Bond movies? I thought I read that somewhere or saw that.
I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember. But yeah, they could request to have premieres there if they wanted to.
Right.
And they did. I think they did a Star Wars premiere at the White House. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but the transition of the actual like physical room is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like just in a couple hours.
Dying to see what their living quarters look like. They should at least just give us like a virtual tour while nobody's in there.
It's you can see it online.
The living quarters?
I think
really?
The Obamas did a tour of it one time with like Barbara Walters, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
I'm very
Brad
fascinated.
Meltzer's been there.
I'm fascinated by the White House and stuff like that. It's just the physical building, so I watch a lot of that stuff.
Brad Meltzer, when he was on the show, I insisted that I said to him, there's no way in the world I believe that the president lives in the White House. Why would you tell everybody where the sitting target is every night?
Yeah.
And Brad Meltzer said, I can assure you, having been in the private quarters of the president during the Bush administration, that the president absolutely lives and sleeps in the White House.
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me. Because half my mind is like, I would sleep so comfortably knowing that I have all this security around me. And then the other half would be like, every nuclear power, everybody with weapons can program it to simply shoot 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue from wherever they are.
Yeah.
And that would freak me out.
There's got to be security, though.
Oh, I'm sure there's a bunch of security, but one's going to get through.
But then again, you see the guy that lands on the White House lawn in the little gyrocopter thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, how did they not shoot that guy down on sight? It's weird. I always thought if you hop the fence of the White House, you just get shot immediately. But that's not the case. Yeah.
No. I went in the White House like on a tour with Joey when he was little, and that was a big production to get in. You had to be pre-approved to get in, and then when you go there, you had to go through the metal detector like 3 times, and you had to do a lot to get in there. It was pretty, and you had to do a lot of walking. You had to go in one end, get screened, go to the other side to go in there. But it was pretty cool to be inside.
DC is a very cool city.
Yeah. I wish I'd have gone there when Joey was a little older, because we went and did a night tour of all the monuments.
Yeah,
and he was asleep in the you know what I mean. Like, I wish I would have waited a little older, but it was a good time to get in there and see all those things and see them up close. But being in that White House though is just a real interesting feeling.
Yeah.
You kind of wish you could live there.
Here's the thing, though: is the president actually living in the White House, or is it one of the clones?
Yeah.
I think they swap it out from time to time.
Probably.
It depends on the time zone.
If I'm Trump, I'm living at Mar-a-Lago, and the clone's living at the White House, because they say the White House is not as nice or as big as Mar-a-Lago.
I wonder if they're ever like Trump and Melania are doing it, and they're like, "Is it really you? Is that you?" I'm a
She's
clone.
You still think they
Definitely
do
clone.
it?
I'm a clone. You're a clone.
I think she hates him.
Yeah.
I think she hates him too.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole world believes he banged the porn star, right? I mean, nobody cares, but I'm sure she cares.
But that was like way before her, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it makes her look stupid.
I don't think it
I
was.
think
Way
she's-
before her. No. He was married to her at the time, right?
think so.
I don't remember if they were married or if they were together, but still, I think it makes her look stupid. And
But
I think
there's
that's what she doesn't.
The montage of him trying to hold her hand, she pulls away, and he hugs. Like there's all you see all that stuff.
That phantom kiss yesterday or the other day when he went to
Yeah.
kiss her and everybody's like close, but not quite there. You couldn't get there. The hat was in the way.
The hat, yeah.
The big brim hat. Keep his head
Probably
away.
why she wore the hat.
Damn it.
She's like, just deflecting everyone.
When we come back from break, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away this morning. We'll play a little Sporkle. We got a brand new open letter coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. It is freezing outside if you're just getting up and getting ready to head outside in the Tampa Bay area. Freezing, like freezing where it's snowing a little bit up north. So be prepared for the cold weather in the 30s. Moose said he misses his fat. That's how cold he is this morning. He misses being fat. We'll take a quick break. Sporkle's next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, what are we giving away this morning?
So we have a bunch of stuff. We have tickets for Yacht Rock Review, which is a band, as we found out yesterday. Monster Jam.
Yeah.
Supercross, Howie Mandel, Alice Cooper, Leonard Skinnard, and for this Saturday, Gasparilla, we are doing Kegs and Eggs at McDenton's, and I'm going to be there from 11 to 1
Yeah.
for their Michelob Ultra Treasure Cove. So we
Very
also have
nice.
tickets and entries for that.
That's a great place to be, and it's hard to get into. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to win those tickets and join Carmen this Saturday for Kegs and Eggs.
And I have to tell you,
Yes.
it is one of the best places to be down there because they have so many porta potties.
Oh,
It's-
really?
Yeah, they have so many. Last year, it was literally a row against that back wall where the parking lot, where it butts up against the parking lot.
Right.
That whole back wall was just porta potties.
And it was early, so they were all new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but you didn't have to wait in line to go to the bathroom or anything, and they set up the bars outside, inside, and more even outside. So,
I think one of the best things they did was put the little urinal in that thing so that we don't have to go in the hole where the girls have to
Yes.
sit.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys are messy.
I always use the urinal. Well, I mean, it's a splash zone. So what are you going to do? And then the other thing is, if you go in a porta potty and there's a turd in there, who is that guy? Like, who is the guy who had a turd in a porta potty? Like, I know it hits you every once in a while, but man, the fear that would enter my body if I had to go in a porta potty and take a number 2.
Yeah, but I mean, that's an emergency, and that's kind of what they're there for. And
Sure.
if you're having a festival and the festival has 20,000 people, somebody's taking a turn in the porta potty.
Right.
The only time that it works is if you have a potty partner. Like Pete and I. Pete was my potty partner. So if we were working at the nightclub and we had to make a number 2, somebody would go in there and then one of us would stand outside the door and guard the door.
Yeah.
So during the nightclub, now you're the club's jamming and you got to take a poop.
I think I just go home.
Yeah. Well, I had Pete to guard the door, so I was
The
good.
worst thing in the world, and I can't even imagine what your life is if this happens to you. You've heard about the guys that have been arrested for being in the porta potty
Underneath the thing,
underneath,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
wanting girls to go
Yeah.
in there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Carmen. There has been guys that go in the liquid.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I
yeah.
consider myself to be an above average pervert, and I can't understand some of these things.
I remember a store where a guy put a GoPro down there, and just
Ugh.
dropped it down there, and it was shooting up.
What are you
Yeah.
looking at
You're
there? Like,
getting,
I don't really.
Like chicks coming in, and you
Yeah,
know,
but still,
doing
like
stuff.
See everything.
for 3 seconds, you're like, all right. Oh no, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's-
you're like,
Some guys
"Hello."
like that.
I know. Yeah, the guys that get into it, get into it.
It's so gross.
That's
Why?
really weird. Yeah.
Carmen,
Yes.
something that you don't know about because you're not here.
Okay.
Guess who drove here today?
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
What?
What?
Guess who drove in his own car to work today?
This is a historic day.
Yeah.
Illegally or legally?
Legally.
Are you
Totally legal.
sure?
Mhm.
I mean, look, it's
I
not
mean,
my
as far as
business.
I-
I'm not
as
a
I know.
narc over here.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what you're doing. Yeah.
I mean, talk about make America great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
I mean, one day in office and already this old man's
That's-
driving.
Yeah.
That's right. I got
That's
the call
amazing.
from Trump.
Yeah.
Called me on the encrypted line and told me to go ahead and drive.
Joe's driving a quantum car.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you, Michael.
So you
Yeah.
got your license reinstated? Did you have to take?
a while ago.
Okay. Did you have to take a test again?
No.
No, he's not that old.
He probably should.
He probably. I mean, for as long as he went without driving,
Yeah.
definitely should have taken
Just
the
don't
test
smash
again.
anything in my driveway on the way out. Joe.
I know. He said he parked next to my car, and I go, "Oh, don't park next to my car."
All right.
It's been like 38 years since you drove. He's gonna be like, "All right, see you guys later." Right into my car, all up the side.
Do you know how to get home and everything?
Yeah. I've been telling Uber drivers how to get here for
It's
months.
true. It's true.
Wow.
All right, we got stuff to give away. Let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is driving. Is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
I don't like it.
What a
Creeps
day.
me out.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing fictional hangouts. Can you name the fictional hangouts from the clues I give you?
All right.
Okay. Your first one. The favorite spot in Beverly Hills, 90210.
Pit.
Mike Calta.
Oh, Judge.
I thought that was Galvin.
Thank you.
Oh, my
Thank you.
God.
Wow.
I hope you crash on the way home.
Oh,
Wow.
No.
Thank you, Joe. You can park next to
Galvin.
me anytime.
Wait. Galvin gets the point. Fraser and Niles' favorite coffee spot.
Oh man.
Oh.
Fraser and Niles' favorite coffee spot.
The coffee bean.
The Beanery?
I
Cafe Nervosa.
Nervosa. That's right.
That was
That's
close.
right.
Saved by the Bell
The Max.
hangout.
What's it
Geo.
called?
The Max.
An inn at the center of the village of Bree from the Lord of the Rings.
Jesus.
don't know. Sorry, we're all straight.
Mordor.
Looking for a hangout.
Muffledore.
That's at my house.
That's a different. The Prancing Pony.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
I've been there before.
I bet you have.
I think it's the pink pony.
Oh,
No.
that's what I was thinking of.
Where Three's Company to?
The Regal Beagle.
Mike Calta. Tavern Family Guy. The Tavern and Family Guy.
Lazy Clam?
I know it's clam.
The
Leaky
Oh,
clam.
I know what it
ah,
what? Tell me.
No, it's clam something.
No. Drunken Clam.
The Drunken
Damn it.
Clam.
The leaky
Nope.
clam.
No point.
I've seen that at the Big Pony.
The Diner from Seinfeld.
Monks.
Galvin. The main restaurant from Happy Days.
Arnold.
Yes. Arnold's Drive-In. I'll give it to you. Mike Calta. Homer Simpson's favorite bar.
Moe's Tavern.
Mike Calta. Hogsmeade Pub from Harry Potter, owned by Madame Rosmerta.
Hog's breath? No. Hogsmeade? No.
I said Hogsmeade Pub
Oh yeah.
already.
Butterbeer Betty's.
Dumbledore's Dork.
The Three Broomsticks.
I knew that.
Stupid.
And Pap, we're halfway there.
Gio is on the board with a single point. Galvin doubling that with 2, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning by 1 with 3.
Okay. You guys are giving me the fictional hangouts. Your next one. The bar featured in King of Queens.
Scooters?
The bar featured in King of Queens.
I don't know.
Slappies.
Something like that.
Cooper's Ale House.
Cooper's Ale House. Cooper's. I said scooters. Damn it.
I think you said Hooters.
Oh, no.
You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy at this bar on Tattoon.
Tatooine.
I don't want the name of the place.
The bar is called
It's a
Cantina.
cantina. Yeah.
the
Tatooine Cantina.
no, it's the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yeah.
It is not.
I don't know.
Chalmers Cantina.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it must be a different one.
Fun fact. The favorite restaurant of the Gilmore Girls.
Olive Garden.
No.
Applebee's.
No.
Slappies.
Come on. Luke's Diner.
Never saw that show.
Although
bar-
I hear very good.
It's great. The bar downstairs in How I Met Your
Cheers.
Mother.
Nah.
Oh.
The bar downstairs in How I Met Your Mother.
Rapies.
McCarthy's?
McLaren's bar.
So close.
Jeez, I half a point, Joe. Give me half a point.
No. The bar close to the hospital in Grey's Anatomy.
Frank's. Bar.
Ambulance.
I'm out.
Joe's Emerald City Bar.
All right.
Office Space Restaurant. Don't
Flingers.
forget.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's
Flingers.
What'd you say?
No, I said flingers.
Hooligans.
No. Chatokies.
Chatoke?
Shenanigans was from Super Troopers.
No, the where Jen Aniston worked.
Yeah, that's from.
That's Shenanigans. Office Space, where Jennifer Aniston worked, is not Chatoki's. Where she
Yeah.
had the flare.
Yeah.
I-
Places of flair.
Yeah, that's Shenanigans.
I think Shenanigans is from
Super Troopers.
what's the movie with Ryan Reynolds in the restaurant?
Waiting.
Ryan Reynolds.
No, it's
Yeah.
waiting. Yeah, no. But look, I may be wrong, but it's not Shitoki.
I remember he goes, "Are we going here or Flingers?"
Do you want me to look it up
Nah,
real
we can
quick?
wait.
Yeah. The
Chatoki's.
restaurant that
Is it
Jennifer Aniston worked where she had to have the flare.
Right, with what's his name?
Tchotchkes?
Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes.
Yeah, Shitokis.
Chatoki. Listen,
Oh,
that's
Tchotchkes.
Jesus.
Tchotchkes,
He
yeah.
goes, where are we going? Tchotchkes or Flingers?
Yeah.
still not,
Shitoki.
still not shenanigans.
Still not Shitoki either.
Shitoki.
Well, in Japan?
Joy's husband's bar in My Name is Earl.
Shitoki.
Joy's husband's bar in My Name is Earl.
I don't know. I used to love that show, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Crab Shack.
Yeah, the Crab Shack.
And Pep Pep.
Aw.
We're on the last three.
There's been no movement. Gio's still with 1, Galvin with 2, and Michael is still your leader by 1. He's winning with 3.
All right, you guys are giving me the fictional hangouts. Last 3. Here we go. Boss Hogg's Bar from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Pigpen?
The Pig Palace.
The Bull?
The Boar's Nest.
Boar's Nest.
That's right. That's where they got the name.
The B-52's Little
Love
Old
Shack.
Place. Mike Calta. And your last one.
Central Park.
Yeah. We were all waiting for it.
the whole time. Damn it.
Your final score, Gio with a single point, Galvin with 3, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 4.
Oh, no! Somebody told us. I just realized it.
I wasn't telling you.
Oh.
That's 3 in a row.
I know.
You gotta warn me before.
Shitokis.
And we gotta activate you.
I'm sorry.
I really had nothing, but since Carmen hit me at the end, I'd like to hear you guys sing a little bit of the B-52's Love Shack, baby.
Okay.
Don't tell me you don't know the words.
I don't know the
If
words.
You see a painted sign.
I'll let Joe lead.
Okay, I'll start you. If you see a painted sign at the
the
top
sign.
of the side of the
Yeah.
road that says 15 miles to the Love Shack. Love Shack, baby.
Baby.
Awful, but I'll take it. That's work.
By the way, there's way more words before we hit the
Yeah.
chorus. If
No,
you see
that
it-
was right. He's saying it right.
Oh, but then it goes, yeah, but it's Love
just
Shack,
the
Love
intro.
Shack. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Good morning. Who is this?
Doug.
What's your name?
Doug.
Doug.
Doug. How you doing, Doug?
Good.
Good. We got prizes for you. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. It's Doug on line 8, Carmen. Galvin,
Yeah.
what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today.
I heard the way you said, yeah, I was like, you were defeated because I won.
I am.
You were like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I should have known. And I was so close with a couple of different ones.
And plus, Shiitake threw us all.
Shiitake. Yeah. Snow Way. Happy.
Carmen, real quick. How do you spell tchotchke in the thing?
Okay, it is spelled CHOTCHKIES.
I don't know that I would have got tchotchke out of that, but I would not have said shiitakes. I would have been like chots. I would have sounded it out. Tchotchke. Probably would have figured it out. Shiitake. Okay,
Good
I'm
for
sorry,
you.
Galvin. What do you have?
She hit you with a good
for
for
you.
you.
Good.
All right.
Give him the slow clap, Carmen.
Yeah, good job, guy.
Way to go,
Thank
guy.
you. 4 in a row.
By the way, can I tell you what drives my wife crazy is when we go to the Lightning game, everybody clap your hands.
Yeah.
Doing that, or if there's just a thing doing like that. Like, do you guys do that?
Yeah.
Do this. Keep going.
Oh,
And
no.
I do this.
Oh.
And I clap off.
You interrupt her
Yeah.
beat.
You're
Oh,
the
it drives her
worst.
crazy. And I go, come on, I'm syncopating it.
Are you you're a participator in the claps?
Huh? Yeah.
I'm not nothing against it. I'm not.
Oh, the best was, and I put it up on my Instagram the other day, was Thunderbug came right over
I saw
next to the
that.
seats. He was like 2 seats behind us, and he was standing on the thing, and it was we were playing the Red Wings, and he's going like this. Everyone goes, yay, and then he pointed at the Red
Yeah.
Wings fan. Everyone goes, boo. I was totally into that. I was, yay, boo, yay, boo.
Whoever does that, they're so good
Oh,
at just
yeah.
like emoting what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that'd be too easy. I mean, you can run around and do the jumps and stuff, but when you're trying to do
There's a
something
lot
like
of
that, it
stuff,
takes a lot.
and to keep it interesting, and there's new stuff added all the
Yeah.
time. Thunderbug had the drum because he was getting everybody going, boom, but hit it like 1, 2, right through the thing, and then just held it up and went, sorry. That was funny.
All right, I'm sorry. What do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Snow Way, Happy Nightmare, and Bishop Boo-hoo.
Galvin's got your news. We'll take a quick break and we'll do that next. You also got the bone bonus coming up at 8 o'clock. We'll give you the keyword. You put in an app for your chance to win $1,000. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone, the show.
By the way, Carmen, we missed a perfect opportunity. The fact that Joe is driving. It'll snow in Florida before Joe drives his car again. Well, guess what?
There'll
Yeah.
be peace in the Middle East before Joe
Yeah.
drives his car again.
I believe hell literally froze over.
Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I think I'm having a stroke. You know when you have a stroke and you smell something?
Mhm,
What do they
burnt
say you
toast.
smell?
Burnt toast.
Yeah.
And
I
your
smell-
left arm, right? Or is that
Well, it's a
your
heart
heart
attack.
attack? Okay.
I smell maple walnut oatmeal.
Oh,
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something else, but I smell something delicious. Maybe
Mm.
I'm just fat and hungry too. That might be a problem.
Joe's over there snacking on some
Yeah,
stuff.
but you was just eating nuts. Nuts don't really smell.
No.
Gio, what kind of coffee you have? You have some sort of treat there or something?
No, this is just black cold brew.
Regular?
No, I've noticed you've been drinking the black.
I'm trying to get away from the sugar.
Yeah.
How's the burger run going?
Still no, nothing.
Still no
Yeah.
burgers in January?
No, nothing.
You're dry January for burgers?
Hell
Well-
definitely did freeze over.
Yeah.
I'm not going into like any fast food places.
You're not
But what do
going
you
in, so you just have them throw them in the parking
Drive
lot,
through.
or what?
No.
Drive through.
I'm not going to any fast food establishments so far
What-
in
what do you-
2025.
I
What do
feel-
you consider fast food?
like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell.
I feel like
places-
you're trying to trick us, though. Have
Yeah.
you eaten any fast food in January?
I have not.
Okay, good.
Have you had any slow food? Like,
A lot.
no, yeah.
I mean, is Jimmy John? I had a Jimmy John sub
No.
a couple days ago.
I mean, that's
Kind of
Freakishly fast.
There's
Yeah.
freaky fast subs.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not a home cooked meal or anything, but yeah, probably better than a burger and whatever.
Like your standard fast food places, I'm avoiding.
yeah, good for you.
I'm trying to cut out sugar, like just in the coffee alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's hard.
it is.
Sugar's in everything,
Yeah,
everything, and they add sugar to everything.
Listen, I feel you, man. I mean, bird size amounts of food. On top of that, being also boring food.
yeah.
You
If
know?
you're eating something that's fat free, it has a bunch of sugar in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's almost
even-
all the time.
Even things you wouldn't think have sugar in them, they have like sucralose, which is a form of sugar,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't think it's in this. Some things.
I'm so hungry sometimes that Carmen's dumb recipes make me hungry while I'm watching her make them.
I know.
Stupid rice in a bag.
Yeah, you got very mad at my rice.
Yeah,
Don't be mad at me.
You're right, because I can't eat it.
Yeah, you can't have carbs.
I mean, how are you making me want to eat moldy rice?
It's not moldy.
Yeah.
I know,
I'm
but
keeping my rice from being moldy.
I wanted it so bad that if you were like, there's mold on it, I'd have been like, that's fine. I'll just eat it quick.
I
see
want
the mold.
the Cheddar Bay biscuit shepherd's pie
Oh my god!
thing
Listen,
that
I'll
Carmen
make
made.
you that. That is so good.
God damn, that looks so good.
It's really good.
And you just put like a whole bag of cheese in there.
No.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
I'll
love
make
it.
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, so like the Cheddar Bay biscuits, the recipe it calls for a half a cup of cheese.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Exactly. I was like, you can't call yourself Cheddar Bay biscuits if
Right.
you
If
only
cheddar's the headliner.
Right,
come on.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I added more cheese.
Damn it.
It was so good.
I don't think you're ever going to go wrong adding more cheese.
Yeah,
to stuff.
No.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, or butter.
Yeah. People
Both
are
of those
like,
things would be fine.
a little too much cheese in this. Shut up.
I made a not so delicious flank steak last night.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what flank steak is. It looks like they ripped it off of something else, and that was what was left.
Yeah, flank steak and like flat iron steak are similar, whatever. It's a thin cut, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know
Very
where
chewy.
it's from.
It was
Whether
very
it's the
chewy.
underneath, you know. Or where
But can I tell you the difference? Getting flank steak from Prime Butcher is delicious. Getting flank steak from a supermarket is like chewing on rubber.
yeah.
It's amazing how much the difference is. We just happened to be in the supermarket yesterday, so we just grabbed it. But there's a big difference between going to a butcher and going to a supermarket for your meat.
So I was right. Flank steak is part of the abdomen.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
So it's down there. So
Looks
yeah, I
like
would
it.
imagine that it's a little bit tougher. And
A little
You know.
chewy.
you pound it
Little
out.
chewy.
You pound it out.
I did not pound. I should have pounded
Yeah,
it
you
out.
gotta
It
pound
looked
it
like
out.
it was thin enough. What do I know?
I got to tell you, it's so funny how, you've said before, nobody's influencing you. Like, no celebrity's going to influence me on who to vote for president or what to
Yes.
buy or this and that.
My favorite celebrities, like the people are different than me.
Right.
Eddie Vedder.
But there are a lot of things, whether you think so or not, they are influencing
Like
you.
what?
Just if somebody mentions something, you may not know, but then all of a sudden you do. Like the other day, we were
Subconsciously
Right.
planting messages.
We
yeah.
were talking about Anthony's coal-fired pizza. I had to have Anthony's coal-fired pizza. You know what I had the other day, Carmen? Sub in a
What?
tub.
Oh, really?
What is it?
Sub in a tub.
Sub in a tub.
Oh,
It's a
Sub in a Tub. I
salad.
saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
on TV. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I was
so
like-
good.
I was like, I want a sub in a tub.
So you're
Yeah.
saying you're the celebrity who influences me. You said Anthony Coal Fired Pizza.
No. I
influenced
went.
Galvin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went, and then Carmen.
Oh,
went.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no.
So we
I'm
influence
not
each other.
saying-
Pass it on.
You guys think you're celebrities is what I got.
No. I said you think you're a celebrity.
Yes.
But you still do what I say.
Oh.
Now eat that goddamn flank steak.
Oh,
Like I told you 2 days ago.
What do we have in news?
Today's top story. It's cold outside. Multiple parts of Florida are seeing snow as a winter storm makes its way across the Gulf Coast, or as I like to call it, the Gulf of America. On Monday, January 20th, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency ahead of dangerously cold wind chills and prolonged freezing and sub-freezing temperatures. The Panhandle got 3 to 4 inches of snow, not just the dusting, inches of snow,
Yeah.
while Pensacola recorded 5 inches of snow since snow began falling early Tuesday, which is higher than the 4-inch record set back in 1954 near Milton, Florida.
Wow.
Texas and Louisiana, meanwhile, saw 7 inches of snow, and stunning photos showed it's covering the beaches of Galveston, Texas, and Mississippi. New Orleans saw at least 5 inches of snow, while parts of Louisiana reported as much as 10 inches had fallen by noon on Tuesday.
Wow.
Forecasters in Louisiana said the rare whiteout has already exceeded some predictions for maximum amount of snowfall.
What happened to global warming?
I don't know.
Hey, so what does it look like in New Orleans?
I'll send a picture to the group. I sent it to Joe yesterday. Bourbon Street was covered in snow.
Can I tell you what it looks
Very
like in New Orleans?
exciting.
They
Yeah.
just showed on the news a guy out there skating with a hockey
Oh.
stick.
No.
Yeah, he was skating on the street.
Carmen, do you still want to come?
No.
Oh, too late.
I'm gonna
I'm
give up
out.
my spot.
Yeah, I'm out.
I wonder how cold it'll be when we're there. I mean, it'll be freezing. I remember being there for Super Bowl before, and it was cold out, but not snowing.
Yeah, this is passing through, so hopefully it's gone.
The time Joe and I in Spanish went for Kevin Smith's movie, that was in March for St. Patrick's Day.
It was freezing.
And it was freezing.
Really?
Yeah, it was very cold.
Do you like crawfish?
No.
Because I believe it's crawfish season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Is it even when it's this
yeah,
cold?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean,
That's
look, there it
does
is. There it is, right on TV right now, New Orleans.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
sent a
does this
picture to the
cha-
group.
Does this change anything?
I don't think so, Carmen. I think a lot of those have already been harvested. So, but I don't know. But I remember when I was there for the Super Bowl, everybody was eating crawfish. But we went in April for WrestleMania, and it was not crawfish season. So I know that this is the time to go.
So I'm looking on the forecast up to 14 days, whatever. So February 5th, which is the day we're leaving, right? I think.
We live the 4th, I
The
believe.
4th, okay. So the 4th will be a high of 58, low of 45. The 5th will be a high of 64, low of 43.
Hot. It's hot.
Yeah, so it'll be chilly in the morning, but it's not going to be like it is now,
Right.
Yeah.
which will be nice. So,
Okay,
yeah.
good. No snow.
Get out of there, snow. Come
The
on, it's
food in
ridiculous.
New Orleans is so good.
So good.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? You're going to eat in New Orleans? I can't eat in New Orleans.
Oh, you can eat a bunch of stuff in New Orleans.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can't eat.
Muffaladas and- Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And,
I am.
Crawfish
and-
etouffee.
Yeah, I can't have any of the good home.
You can eat crawfish.
Crawfish
Yeah.
I'll eat. Yeah.
just
Jambalaya.
Yeah, I can't have jambalaya.
gumbo.
Yeah.
I can't have
And
anything.
Gio can eat because he's not that that's not considered fast food.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can't
Right?
go. Can't go to the beignet place.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
going.
we're going.
100 Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I gotta
those are
lock
s-
myself in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely not skipping sugar. They put a pound of
No,
powdered
yeah,
sugar
yeah.
in
Yeah.
each one.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
at least gotta have one.
No,
Oh, it's so
Oh.
good.
Mm.
listen,
Winning
Gio
Rome.
can have one. I cannot have one
I'm going.
Why are you forcing this guy to eat bad stuff?
Listen, it's like
because it's
vacation.
guilt.
He wants-
Guilt.
he
I don't
wants
know.
Fat
company.
guilt.
Yeah, I think like if everybody eats it, then
Then
it's
he doesn't
okay.
feel bad.
Yeah,
That's
and
like
we're
the-
all gonna.
That's like people who try and force you to drink if you're not drinking. They're like, "Come on, have a drink."
Yeah.
Well, if we just all share a bag, we'll only get like one or two.
A bag of
apiece.
what?
Cocaine.
A bag of the beignets. That's how they come at the
Oh,
place.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so, like, think about it. Between what? There's 8 of us going. Then, like, we get a bag. We share a bag between the group. We all get 2 little beignets. We get a fix.
I'm out.
Right?
Carmen's
Oh.
never been better at math.
Yeah.
I call Mike's.
yeah, you can have mine.
Okay, thank
So
you.
you're out everything.
I mean, I'm gonna obviously have to.
Then what's the
partake.
point of
I'm gonna
going?
probably bring
Yeah.
protein shake. Oh, look, I'm not going for the food. I'm going for the Super Bowl.
Protein shakes.
Boo.
Listen to me.
Yeah, come on.
Listen to me. I'm down a lot of weight, and I am not ruining it with a goddamn beignet.
I mean,
You know what I gotta see? I gotta see if my buddy still is the GM over at Copeland's. We can go to
Oh,
Copeland's.
yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, how often you go to New Orleans? You gotta
Not enough.
You live it up when you're there.
I'll live it up next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Al Copeland, you know who Al Copeland is? He is the guy. He owns Popeyes.
Oh.
Checking, yeah, and so super rich New Orleans guy, whatever. And they used to come in every year to the club that I worked at. They'd come in for like 4th of July or Memorial Day weekend and stuff. And he would come down with his huge, is it cigarette or cigar boat? What are they called?
Cigarette.
Cigarette boat, the big racing boat thing, whatever.
Yeah.
He'd come down with that, and they'd come into the club, and he would start a tab with me. And I remember he'd tip like crazy. He was great, super nice guy. But I remember one year he had a smoke show. He was, late 50s, early 60s at the time, whatever. And he had a smoke show, probably 25-year-old with him and stuff. And she starts bitching at him and yelling and this and that and everything. And they literally had just sat down, got her a drink, he got a beer. And he was like, "Hey man, we gotta go. I gotta close out." And I go, "I got it." And he threw $200 up on things.
Jeez.
Thanks, man. I'm like, "Oh, thank you, thank you,
Thank
You're
you,
the best."
bitchy girlfriend.
Yeah, I
If
was
you're
like,
that
"Oh."
rich, I imagine you don't have to put up with a bitchy girlfriend.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if she's super hot.
You're finding
Some guys
another,
like that, though.
You're easily finding another one, especially with
Yeah.
your multi-million-dollar boat. And once people are like, "That's the guy that owns all the pop."
Yeah. Beat it, lady.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can you imagine being married to that?
No.
Like my wife and I will get into arguments every once in a while. They only last for a couple of minutes and then we're over it. But she has never been just get on, but you're just going at me like this. Never.
What would you say the percentage of arguing to get along is in your?
80-20 get along.
Yeah. I was gonna say probably 90-10 for me.
Yeah, I mean, like
the-
we argue, but even our arguments turn into like laughing at it.
If
you know?
you're even close to 50-50, get out of that relationship.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be so miserable.
Oh no.
Oh wait.
Is that like official numbers or what? Where's
no,
that come
that's
from?
just me making stuff
All
up.
right.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time my wife and I got into a fight where I was like mad at her for days.
We go in like waves.
Yeah.
Like we'll fight a bunch and then we won't fight for like months.
But also, you have the number one thing that Galvin doesn't really have to deal with anymore. His kid's an adult now.
Yeah.
We still have young kids, and they often cause the problems. They cause the rift.
yeah.
You know, like once Joey got out of the picture, a lot of it chilled out.
Yeah, it's usually we're both stressed over stuff
Yeah.
and then it
Right.
just comes to a head.
Yeah,
They say the number one thing is money.
I
Which
gotta tell
kids
you,
cost a lot of money.
that is
Yeah.
one of the things that we argue about because we are different in our points of view with money.
right.
It is, but I don't. She pays the bills, so the pressure of all the financials is all on her all the time. So when I'm like, no, let's just go to Hawaii, and she's like, we can't go to Hawaii, and I go, ugh, and she goes, I'm always the bad guy because I'm the one saying no to Hawaii, but you're the one that doesn't pay all the bills, and she's right.
Yeah, I have to do that with my wife. Would be at Hard Rock every day if
Yeah.
we could be,
Yeah.
whatever. And she's like, "Let's go to Hard Rock," and I go, "No, I just paid a bunch of stuff." And like, she's like, "You're always winning on the thing," and I go, "Yes, but I'm also paying down everything.
Sure.
Like I pay into stuff extra. It's not like, so I tell her, she goes, "Let's go to Hard Rock," and I go, "Pay the mortgage once." Pay the mortgage once,
Yeah.
and then let's see how much you want to go to Hard
I had to
Rock.
have a come to Jesus with my son yesterday.
No, with the Apple Card.
With the Apple Card.
Yeah.
I said, you spent $762 last week. And he did the funniest thing. He goes, yes. Yeah. And he goes, yes.
Confirmed.
And I know that I've been spending a lot. Like, I couldn't even get mad at him. I was
Yeah.
like,
What's he running it up on? Doing what? Just
He's-
eating out and stuff?
he's got a girlfriend now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chicks are
so-
expensive.
Showing her a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Thanks, Mike.
The best is he goes, all I'm buying is food. And I go, no. And I went to the Apple Card thing and looked, and he's right. It's all food. It's
Right.
But is it all Uber Eats?
No, it's all like it's all Wawa, McDonald's, Starbucks. It's all food.
Right.
But you're
now
paying
he's
for
paying for
two.
two. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Paying for
so-
two and probably not eating at home at all. He's
Never.
probably just always out on the run and doing
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
You know, he's working, so but I'm not seeing any of that.
By the way, speaking of tipping, I was listening to Rogan, and it was when Ari and Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, all those guys were in there, and they were talking about something with the bartender. And Joe Rogan goes, they were saying about how expensive stuff is, and how much tipping, and how much you have to tip. And Joe Rogan goes, if I get a beer, I give him $100.
Yeah,
and they
'cause
were like,
But that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they were
well,
like, oh, no. And he goes, listen, everyone in this room has enough money. He goes, $100 to you, you're not going to notice $100
Yeah.
missing, whatever. He goes, but $100 to that bartender is a huge deal, and they will remember it for a long time.
But
that's some people's whole night.
Right, that's what I'm
Depending on the
saying.
bar that you're
Yeah.
at, you know?
and it depends on who you're talking to. Like Mark Norman doesn't have that money to be tipping $100 on a Budweiser.
Mark Norman has a lot of
Yeah,
money.
but not that much
but,
money.
but not as much as Joe Rogan.
Right.
And depending, and the point that they made is, Joe, you're not in the clubs like we are. You know, you're not out there at the bars and doing stuff in bars as much as we are. You're, going out to a bar because you want to go out to a bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they're out there a lot more.
Internet says Mark Norman's worth $4 million.
Yeah, $4 million is not giving $100 to get a beer.
Especially if he's living in New York.
In New York, you
Not-
got a kid coming. That's
like-
not a lot of money.
Yeah, and not all the time and doing that, whatever. But if you're going out once a month and you're giving $100 a beer, depending on how much you're drinking, though. If you're doing out there all night and stuff
Yeah.
and everything, and it winds up turning into $2,000 because you're
I gave
I-
somebody a $20 tip one time on a bottle of water, and because I knew that she was getting dinged for free waters all night, and I could tell just that she was working hard, and I had a bunch of cash in my pocket. I wasn't trying to show off or anything, but I actually gave it to her, and she said, "Wait, did you mean to give me this?" And I said, "Yeah," and she couldn't believe it, and I thought, that's what you should do when you
Oh,
can,
yeah.
when
Oh,
you
yeah,
can,
for
you know what I
sure.
mean, but not expect it every time.
no way.
Yeah. I like to do it at diners because breakfast is usually
Oh.
pretty cheap. You know what I mean? Like I could go into a diner by myself, sit down, have like a 2-egg, 3-egg omelet, whatever, and my breakfast is a little over $10.
Yeah.
Carmen, I don't think there's been a time in my life where I haven't tipped over 100% at Waffle House.
Yes, 100%.
Because you just think they're in there, they're busting their ass, they're doing the stuff, and I just ate a delicious Waffle House meal, and it cost me $12.
I just assume they're all making meth in the back.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
but everyone else that's in there maybe be tipping them $1.
Right.
Most of them are
Right.
tipping them the change that's
Yeah.
on their meal, and I hate that. So yeah, any Waffle House, any diner, I always tip 100% of my bill because the whole thing comes out to like $20.
I'll tell you this: I don't need the thank yous. Like, I don't need to be like, I'm not doing it so you could praise me, but I do want to see the joy.
Yes, I want, or some sort of acknowledgement.
I'll watch it from the
You know
car.
what I mean? Yeah. Some sort of acknowledgement
Yeah.
that they got it and they're happy about it. Because there's nothing worse. And I can look at, I see the guy's face. We went out to Pensacola, and it was a bunch of us that worked in the bar business. And I ordered a round of drinks, and I gave the guy whatever it was, and I gave him $100. And I go, keep it. I go, just keep an eye out for us. And he goes, yeah. And just put it in the tip jar. And then went to the next person. I go, cool.
No.
All right. If somebody did that to me, I'd be like, hey, man, my name's Galvin. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anything you need, just, holler at me and stuff. But yeah, this. Yeah. And
That's what you do on the cruise, right?
Oh, on the cruise. I'm never going to see him again.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I mean,
Until next
I don't
year.
know.
what are
I
you
thought
talking
that's
about?
what you do. I thought you tip them heavy in the beginning, and that way they always pay attention.
When I was super fatter than I was before, we went to the cruise, and they had these tiny little seats in the dining room. And I went there, and on the first night, and the seat next to me, at the table next to me, had no arms on the side. And I looked at the guy, I go, can I take that? And he goes, yeah. And I gave him $50 and said, make sure this is here every night. And that chair was there every
Nice,
night. Yeah. There's certain things you could buy your way into.
We went to an all-inclusive resort, and you can't tip.
Right.
Like they are like, I can't. I'll
Yeah.
get in trouble. This and that. So it was me and my buddies, and we just started throwing $20 bills behind the bar. We're like, I think you dropped money over there and stuff. The guy was super happy. He was like, I don't know what I can do. He was fired immediately. Bishop Marianne Edgar Budd. What? Is the bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Washington. She's the first woman to hold that position. The Bishop of Washington directly confronted President Trump while he and Vice President J.D. Vance were seated right in the front row. This is what this lady...
They were right there, and they were like, I don't feel like Trump is a church guy. I feel like he's going because he's got to go.
It's a good photo op.
Good photo op. The religious people are happy to see him in church. And while he's there, he gets whacked with this.
Take a listen. Here's what she had to say.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God
You can
teaches
stop it
us.
there, Carmen.
I have to tell you, she planned that. She wrote that the night before, and she was like, I'm getting this in while I can. And I kind of agree with her. I don't know if it was the most appropriate time to do it, but I feel like most of America feels like that. Like are you mad at the Mexican lady that works at the restaurant that works 2 jobs to take care of her kids and send them to school.
No.
But she's undocumented, but she's been trying to become a citizen for the last 5 years, but they can't get the paperwork done fast enough.
That's the thing is, you want everybody to come in the proper way, but is the proper way working right now?
Right.
Like, how long does it take? Everybody's had to go through.
How much money does it take?
Red tape with different stuff. And you're a citizen. You were born here. You live here. You've had to try and whether it's some sort of medical thing and you get the runaround and it takes forever and stuff.
Sure.
Imagine trying to become a citizen here. But her doing that and doing that at that time, like, I think she was like, well, this is it. I'm done being the bishop because I'm definitely going to get
She shot her shot, man.
Yeah,
She knew that she had one shot and she took it.
What would you have thought if Trump stood up and stopped her?
It's different. If she would have been a little more preachy and she would have said that he was wrong, I would have accepted if he would have got up and walked out. But he didn't. She didn't. She asked for mercy. She said, I hope that you keep these people in mind and realize that they're not all bad people.
She wasn't saying you're doing this, but she was saying you're doing it. Yeah, exactly. But she wasn't like blaming you. She was saying, I hope that this is the thing.
She presented it in a way that I thought was respectful. I thought that her points were on par. I thought that she made some sense. I mean, you got to imagine. I have a cousin who I think is bisexual. I'm not really close with him. He might be gay, but at least bisexual. And he stopped following me on Facebook when Trump became president the first time. Like, it was my fault. Like, I did something. But I have never been anything but supportive of the LGBTQ community, and outside of making some jokes on this show like we do about everybody, I have never been anything but supportive, and never tried to hide it or anything. And he unfollowed me, and I don't think I've talked to him since then. I wasn't close with him or anything. So, but it wasn't. But that is because those people are living in fear, and when the president made it so clear that I also agree with him. But when he made it so clear that there were two genders, you have to wonder if you're one of those people who feel like they're in the middle, like if they're somebody who transitioned or somebody who is not 100% secure in who they are, where that leaves them. And I get it. I understand. And I feel like the fact that she asked for mercy and for consideration from him was not rude. I feel like it was on par, and I think that she did okay.
What if Trump in the middle of that would have stood up and said, who's this guy?
Yeah.
What's this guy talking
something
about?
real, yeah.
I mean, what other time you get a chance to like directly talk to a president, uninterrupted, for something like that?
Right.
Yeah, and who's going to jump up and say something? You're in the middle of church, in the middle of the thing. Everyone's like,
JD Vance gave a little bit of a snarl.
Yeah.
And Trump just went,
Did you see afterwards when Trump was back at the White House? They asked him about
it? Later, as Trump was walking through the White House, reporters asked him what he thought of the sermon. He asked the group, "Did you like it? Find it exciting?" He then added, "Didn't think it was a good service," and said they could do much better.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got to stick with the thing that got him there. But I don't know. I don't know him, so I don't know what he feels deep down inside his heart. I don't know what he says to get elected and what he does to get elected, or what really feels. But I feel like this lady brought up a good point. There's a lot of people who feel like now, how he felt like the government was weaponized against him, that these people are out to get them now. And there's probably kids whose parents are illegal that feel like they're going to get grabbed and pulled out of this country.
What if while she was talking, you just saw like 3 red dots show up on her?
The problem is, I think that the scumbags and the criminals are ruining it for everybody.
Right.
It's 100%.
And the open borders. Yeah.
So it's like what do you do?
The system itself is broken.
Yeah, you try and fix the system, but who knows how long that takes or if it can ever get done.
Are you against if the president said, if you made it here illegally and you've been working and paying taxes for the last 3 years, we're grandfathering you in?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Why?
Yeah.
I think you have to go even a step further and put more provisions on it. Like if you have a criminal record in another country, you can't come because that's who he's talking about. He's trying to get the criminals out of here.
But then you have to go to, what is a criminal record? A DUI? Or I know a friend who went to Canada to watch a Lightning game, flew up to Canada to Lightning game, had a DUI in Tampa. They would not let him in Canada. Is that something that we're not letting people in for, or do we categorize it as a murder or hire?
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to think about.
Well, I mean,
I
do
know, but
criminals
again,
pay taxes.
Yeah, but I don't. But like, I don't want them dumping all of the mental patients here and all the criminals here to become our
Right.
problem to take care of. Sure.
So right, and that's the problem. So now you find someone who has a mental illness, and you're like, "Well, ship them back," and you're like, "Well, we need to help them
yeah, you
because they
can't
have
just ship him back because he's got a mental illness.
right because he's bipolar or whatever."
But if he's been working here for 3 years or more and paying taxes, he can stay.
But
I'm-
I would love to know how many non-documented workers are paying taxes. Like
Right.
if you're
That's what I'm saying.
non-documented,
Oh, but there's a lot because you can.
how
you can,
many though? You
Yeah.
say a
Yeah.
lot.
Not
but
all of them.
I'd love to see a percentage of how many are actually paying taxes.
There's a picture on the TV right now of people that had ramen noodles in Minnesota.
That's awesome.
And they froze in the air.
Yeah.
And as they were getting forked out of the bowl, they froze in the midair.
There's a lot of people that do that with their hair, go
Yeah.
outside wet and then
Yeah.
do that, or throw the water up in the air and it turns into.
Did you ever do like the frozen T-shirt? You wet a
Yeah,
T-shirt and you put
yeah.
it over a chair, and then when it's frozen, you pick it up and it's like a pane of
crazy.
glass almost. Yeah.
Crazy.
Tony texted me. It's -2 in New York right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
out.
Speaking of Donald Trump, Elon Musk denied he gave a Nazi salute to Trump supporters and showed pictures of Democrats seemingly making the similar gesture. Even the Anti-Defamation League doesn't think he meant to do it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks he meant. He either did it on purpose so that everybody would be talking about it today, or did it by accident. Probably more likely he did it by accident. Again, what he was going to say was from the bottom of my heart. But still, to me, you could have
Yeah.
done so many things better than that.
You gotta go underhand. You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
go from the bottom of my heart, and you do this.
or like this.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an old school,
Yeah.
from the bottom of my heart.
Or give him a Wayne's World. Give him
Yeah,
the
yeah,
We're Not
yeah,
Worthy.
yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that. Everybody knows.
Yesterday, people on social media were saying, "Go ahead and you do it. Post a video
Yeah.
and see what the reaction
Yeah.
is."
No,
If
thank you.
Like, do the exact same thing.
If you're saying it was fine,
Yeah.
you do it. You post the video. See how it works out for you. It's wild. And then Kid Rock made a joke that Secret Service would not allow him to use strippers for his inauguration
Jeez.
performance. And apparently, President Trump called Kid Rock to make sure that he goes, did that really happen? Or he was making a joke. I guess he was just joking.
Let me throw this out there for you.
Mm.
Lauren Boebert,
Mhm.
Kristi Noem, or Lauren Sanchez. Who was the hottest one there yesterday?
Oh, I think Boebert.
Boebert.
Boebert's
I
pretty
think. I think also because of her.
What she does.
Yeah, her shenanigans or her tchotchkes.
I gotta tell you, she's got
Tchotchkes.
huge tchotchkes. But the other thing about Boebert that I like is she's got them little rabbit teeth in the front.
Mm.
She's got a little.
The
Cool.
video of her and the guy like grabbing her
Yeah.
Boeberts in
Yeah.
the theater and stuff. And she's
Yeah.
grabbing his stuff. I'm
That's
like,
the other thing is her name sounds like Boebert's.
Yeah.
Her name sounds like two big Boeberts. But I tell you, Kristi Noem's pretty hot for an older woman.
Yeah.
And Lauren Sanchez is pretty smoking hot too.
Man, I don't know. Not that great.
Yeah, that's my type. I like the dark hair,
Yeah.
rabbit mouth.
rabbit mouth.
The picture of Zuckerberg looking at her hoots is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, are we mad at him for that? That's the most human thing we've seen that guy do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's just it's like you're on like the biggest stage.
Yeah,
in
but
the
did you see the
world.
video? He literally goes like this, whoop, swoops through. He didn't stop and look down. He just went like this and caught his eye for a second.
That's all it takes.
Did you see the video of RFK?
No,
There's a video of RFK and she's standing right in front of him and she's like bending over and doing this stuff like towards him.
well, she's
And-
wearing a bra.
Yeah.
No, I know, but cleavage and stuff, whatever. But RFK is like this, and he looks and he goes, it barely even looks at her and stuff. In the video, the person's like, "Come on, RFK, come on,
You
come
know you're
on,
gonna do
come
it.
on, no, yeah." Netflix raised the prices of its streaming tiers in the U.S. on Tuesday after the company reported nearly 20 million new subscribers in the fourth quarter. Yeah, so they're like, let's get some more money. The company is raising its cost of ad-supported plan from $7.99 or to $7.99 from the prior $6.99. Its standard ad-free tier will be now be $17.99. That's up from $15.49. While its premium plan increases by $2 to $24.99. Users who want to add an extra member will now pay $8.99. That's an increase of $1.
I don't. We're back to paying as much as we were before.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And really, to be honest with you, with what we have, we don't need that.
No.
I still have like Max and Netflix and I don't really need it because
So do
of
I.
the other thing. But
My kids like Netflix because it's on their phones and stuff.
yeah,
So-
Yeah, we all have Netflix.
I've had Netflix since before they even had online streaming. Just the DVDs.
Me too.
would come.
Yeah,
And it was like $8.
But I also get my Netflix through my phone service.
Yeah.
So I get it for $7.
Right. Yeah, that if you get some sort of deal, whatever. I remember Netflix, and I had to have my son explain it to me.
Yeah.
I go, so how do they do it? Because you could get it on your Xbox, you could do the thing,
Yeah.
whatever, and stream. And I was like, I don't understand. And then I totally didn't understand. They send you a DVD, and then you send it back, and you can keep, but you can keep it for a long time.
So they sent me. I've only gotten one DVD when they used to mail DVDs. It was Luke Wilson and Uma Thurman and my super ex-girlfriend, and I still have it.
Yeah.
Never gave it back. Never have I ever gotten a movie from Redbox.
No. Yeah, we used to get Redbox all the time.
Never did that.
When I had the
I did-
Netflix, it was you go to the website, it was netflix.com, and you'd put a queue of all the movies
Yep.
you wanted to see.
And they would mail them.
They'd
to you.
mail the first one to you. You could pay more for two, and then you'd watch it, and you'd send it back in their envelope,
Yep.
and they'd send you the next one.
Yep. It was a good little racket
Yeah.
there going.
Because I was getting Blockbuster was doing like late fees,
Yeah.
and I was always getting destroyed
Oh,
on late
yeah.
fees.
Yeah.
So that's why I started doing Netflix.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Tony Burton not only giving us the temperature, but giving us some news. This has key findings. Undocumented immigrants paid $96.7 billion in federal, state, and local taxes in 2022. Most of that amount, $59.4 billion, was paid to the federal government, while the remaining $37.3 billion was paid to state and local governments,
It's a pretty good chunk of change.
which is great, but how much is that still? You know what I mean? Like, is the
What's the
total
percentage?
If everybody paid, would it be $800 billion?
Right,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
right.
know. I mean, that's a lot of money,
Right.
but I wonder how much money is still on the
And
table.
how many criminals are paying their taxes? Do we know
yeah.
that?
Also, I know a lot of people who live here and are citizens who work off the books as well.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure. Robert Saleh will have company in the second round of head coaching interviews in Jacksonville. According to multiple reports, Saleh is one of three candidates currently slated to meet with the Jaguars for a second time. Also, Buccaneers offensive coordinator Liam Cohen and Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham also remain in the mix for the team.
That stinks for us because have the relationship between Liam Cohen and Baker Mayfield, and Cohen doing such a great job. I don't see them getting rid of Bowles and making Cohen the head coach here, because Bowles has taken them to the playoffs the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. I think he deserves an opportunity to be a head coach. He probably doesn't want to go to Jacksonville.
Yeah. I mean,
But you get your foot in the door kind of thing, and if you do something, and if you can turn that team around,
I'll take Dallas, but I'm not taking.
do you want to take Dallas, where
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is telling you everything to do?
Yeah,
it wasn't that long removed when Jacksonville was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, and you've got Trevor Lawrence, who they think could still be a good quarterback. You know, you give him one last shot.
And
If
you give him Cohen to work with.
Yeah, look what Cohen did for Baker. So
Yeah.
it's like you think, he could probably fix our franchise quarterback before we have to let him go.
You think Dion goes to Dallas?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
You think he can work with Jerry Jones?
I think so.
Or do you think Jerry Jones just says, "All right, I'll do my show, and I'll do be the face of the team, but I'll let Dion run everything."
Do you think the question is, can he work with Jerry Jones, or is the question, can Jerry Jones work with Dion? Because I think Dion just goes in and takes over.
Right,
And
but he's got to have that in writing, because Jerry Jones is still going to be able to go in there and muscle his way around.
Yeah.
He's got to have it in writing that he controls everything.
Yeah, I don't think Dion's going to be at Colorado much longer.
No, I don't think he's going to be at Colorado, and I think he goes to Dallas. Wouldn't it be great if Sapp goes with him?
Yeah.
And I think he goes to Dallas, and I think he has immediate impact. I think he brings a lot, and I think he'd love to be in Dallas.
JetBlue announced that they accept Venmo now. You can pay for flights online using your Venmo balance. They're adding the option to the app in the coming months.
Good.
So if you want to go on JetBlue,
Venmo's the way to go.
do Venmo. Yeah.
What do you use most?
Venmo or PayPal
Or Zelle?
So
I don't use PayPal for anything anymore.
I got to be honest with you. I use probably all three about the same.
Really?
Yeah, because it all depends on the person. Like my wife, I'll Zelle stuff too. Like you guys, I usually Venmo. PayPal, I have it linked up for a few different things. Like I go through PayPal for my Hard Rock bet. You know what I mean? Because PayPal's good. They're all kind of good to have a second layer of security. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not really concerned with that. I think they do a good job at security, but I find myself using Venmo more. I feel like the kids are using Venmo. It's easier to pay car wash people and things along those lines. Venmo seems to be the go-to for me.
I don't like how Venmo has like the social media feed that shows everybody how many times.
You can just turn that off.
Oh,
though.
can you?
Yeah.
That's
I have
annoying.
to turn mine off too because I see comments popping up every once in a
Yeah, I
while.
don't need you to know what I'm doing or
Right.
who I'm
Yeah,
paying.
you can make it private.
Oh yeah.
I like to look at some of the other people's though. Like
It's always food. I don't ever find anything exciting.
Oh, I they don't let you write sexual stuff.
Right.
I tried to write sexual stuff and it wouldn't let me do it.
Oh wow.
Just use code Bobert.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like I tried to be silly and write something like for butt stuff or whatever, and they took it
Who are
off.
you paying for butt stuff?
No, my wife.
Pete.
Pete gives it to me for free.
Hey boss.
How about hey boss, that hurts. A woman in South Carolina copied another customer's purchase at a convenience store and won $200,000 in a lottery prize. The woman told the clerk to give her $25 worth of the same $5 tickets as the previous customer. She later said that she hoped the gentleman in front of her won something good too.
Yeah, sure she does.
Yeah, 200,000. Just give me whatever you got. $200,000. Take it. How about this? This may be my worst nightmare ever in the world. A Starbucks barista in Alabama was bitten by someone's pet monkey when it jumped from its owner's car into the drive-through window. The employee needed stitches, and the police say the owner could face charges.
Can I tell you, I love monkeys. I love them. I wish I could have one. I would never do that to the monkey, so I wouldn't try to get one, but I wish I could have a little monkey. I would love it. But a monkey comes at me through the window, I'm smashing its monkey head against the wall.
Yeah.
I don't want to think twice about that.
It's too fast. You can't catch it.
Also, who knows what kind of monkey this
Monkey
was.
shines.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking it's a little
Yeah.
capuchin, but it could have been a little.
Could have been bigger. Could have been, some sort of chimp. Could have been who knows what. I mean, yeah, it's probably not fitting through the window, depending on how old it is. I got to tell you, there is on Instagram, I don't even know what the account is, whatever, but the guy has a little chimpanzee. And I don't know whether he keeps it or whether he's just like taking care of it or whatever. But it's, I would have to imagine 6 months old, maybe something like that. And they'll give it food and it just looks around and eats the banana or eats this, whatever. They're adorable.
They're adorable.
But once they hit adulthood,
Yeah,
gonna get you,
hump
eat your
everything.
face
And,
When we had the guy that brought the little capuchin monkey,
Yeah.
capuchin,
yeah.
he off air he told us it's a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, because they poop everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
He goes, I would not recommend anybody get one of these. He goes, it is a pain in the ass to take care of this thing. But on the air, he's like, oh, it's great.
I was about to compare it to something and I did not.
No, don't.
People
don't.
get mad.
Elon, easy.
What?
I don't know what you're going to say. My son's girlfriend has 2 ferrets. And I understand that they stink.
Yeah.
But if they didn't, I think they'd be cool to have too.
Yeah, I remember ferrets when I was young. My cousin had one.
You know, I got a pet. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I have a
Joe?
pet. No, a raccoon that keeps going into the garbage pails.
Oh, yeah, I
in
saw
the
that
middle
the
of the
other day,
day. Yeah, every once in a while, my Ring doorbell goes off, and I look, and there he is, just walking around the backyard.
Is that why I keep getting videos in my algorithm of raccoons
Maybe.
that people have as pets?
No, but you see the one that sleeps in the drawer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get them young, though, and
You
feed
got
them.
to domesticate them.
Police arrested a 21-year-old man in Texas who was mistakenly added to a family group text. The family was discussing a 9-month-old baptism when the suspect texted, quote, "That's a nice Caucasian baby. How much you want for it?"
Wait.
He claimed he was serious.
Oh, he's trying to buy the baby?
Yeah, and tried to buy the baby for $500K.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd sell one of my kids for $500K.
I don't know if this guy's got it or not. Who knows? In a new study, 32% of Americans say they feel completely comfortable both pooping and passing gas in front of their significant other.
No,
way.
that leads to the decline of your relationship.
No way.
And women,
Also,
we don't really want you to do it. We may say we want you to do it. We don't want you to do it.
no, that's gross.
Carmen, you rip in front of Chad?
Not on purpose.
Oh, you leak?
No.
Oh.
He'll make
Steam
me
box.
No, if I laugh too much.
Oh, that's
like,
cute.
Like, so we'll be like, playing around or something, and he'll be like making me laugh, and at some point he'll be like, okay, I gotta stop before. He knows.
If I made you laugh so hard and you went and we laughed at it, ha ha.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. But all of a sudden, if you get hit with that stench afterwards, it's not as cute anymore.
Yeah, no.
No.
The worst was one time it happened in the shower.
Oh, that's all traveling.
Steam fart.
Yeah, he was making me laugh, and he was like tickling me and stuff. And I told him, I was like, you better stop. You better stop. And he kept doing it.
Wet
And then-
shower fart.
You got a loose anus.
no.
Yeah,
it's-
you do. You remember you farted when John punched you.
Yes, that
Yeah.
doesn't mean I have a loose anus. That means I was physically hit.
No, you.
What is wrong? What's wrong with
you that and then the tickle. I mean, the tickle should not make you fart
Yeah, because it makes you squirm.
because your anus is loose. Your anus muscles are
You
loose.
gotta tighten it up.
Listen,
You got to do Kegels.
that's not what a
You got to do
Kegel
butt.
is.
You got to do butt Kegels.
Oh, poor
Yeah,
kid.
you can, yeah. By the way, also in that study, 1 in 20 people have confessed to defecating in the shower.
Oh, that's.
Oh.
That's disgusting.
You're L.A. Carmen, loose anus Carmen.
You know what?
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
Check.
Stop saying that.
This hour's keyword is check. CHECK.
Check.
Head over to the 1025 The Bone app and enter check before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 bone bonus could be yours. Good luck, everybody.
L.A. Carmen.
Ooh.
I don't like that
You
name.
better be careful when you get up too quick. It might fall out.
Today is Happy National Hot Sauce Day.
Hey,
What's your favorite hot sauce? What's your go-to hot sauce?
I'm pretty easy. Whatever's on the table.
Yeah?
little Cholula.
I like Frank's.
Frank's?
Frank's is
Yeah.
good.
Frank's Red Hot, but
Yeah.
it gives me such heartburn now. I love the flavor of hot sauce, but the heartburn is not worth it.
I go Cholula, but a
Cholula's
report
nice.
from Instacart found Frank's Red Hot is
Yeah.
still the most popular brand in America.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like Tabasco Chipotle too.
Oh,
That's
I
really
like
good.
sriracha. I
Oh, that's
do.
nice.
I do sriracha and honey on my eggs
Mm,
or pizza.
that sounds
It
gross.
says
It
here
is-
that makes you fart.
Nope, it's not
Yeah.
true.
You ever mix hot sauce with mayonnaise? Make your own little dipping sauce?
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Spicy mayo, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
According to a new poll, America's favorite movie of 2024 was what?
I don't know any movies that came out. in
Wicked.
2024.
Wicked, yeah.
Oh,
No,
Wicked.
not Wicked.
What was the other one that came out?
It's a biopic.
Oh.
The Bob Dylan one.
A complete unknown.
I didn't even know that came out yet.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's already out.
Isn't Timothy Chalamet hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend?
And musical guest.
Yeah.
I guess he's doing Dylan.
Right, but what I'm saying is, when I thought means it would be coming out this weekend.
No, I think it's been out.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, a buddy of mine saw it. He said it was all right.
99% of those polled gave it a favorable rating, and 75% thought it was great. Deadpool and Wolverine was second.
Wow,
It was
that was a good one.
89%. That was fantastic. The Wild Robot came in third, which I guess was an animated movie. Let's see. The most watched movie was what? What was the most watched?
Wicked.
No.
The Godfather.
No.
Not my house.
In this area it was.
Oh,
but, nope. Most watched movie, Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
That stunk.
Yeah.
Don't
it
say
was
it
not
again.
good.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't
not.
see it.
not good.
Followed by Deadpool and Wolverine came in second, and then Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah. On the TV side, most popular show. Anybody?
TV. The most popular show on television in TV was Yellowstone.
No.
Succession.
No. Succession. That's been like 3
2 years ago.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Shogun. Shogun,
Oh.
which was very
Anybody
good.
watch that?
I did. I didn't finish it, but I was watching it. It's really good. The second was The Bear, which I did watch and I did not like. And it's
Really?
not a comedy. So please stop calling it a comedy. It is a show that every time it ended, I'd go, oh, maybe the next one. Like, because everybody talked about how good it was and stuff. And yeah, I'm done with it now.
It
but-
really takes a lot for me to like. Everybody could love something, and until one of you guys says watch it, I don't really watch it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm on it before. I got to be honest with you. I watched The Bear before everyone was saying how great it was and kind of stopped and then went back. Same with Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso, I
Yeah,
watched it because I
Oh.
like Jason Sudeikis, and I watched that in the beginning before it became like this huge thing. Then it became this huge thing, and I was like, really? Because I was like 3
Oh.
episodes in, and I was like, maybe I'll go back. And I went back and I watched a couple more episodes.
You
and I
love Ted
I-
Lasso?
I love Ted Lasso.
Yeah, it just
was
wasn't for
so
me.
good.
Just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know? Coming in third was Landman. With
Landman's good.
Billy Bob Thornton, but it very much Yellowstone. Now
Yeah.
we're doing oil. Same thing. The I don't know what's going on with that Sheridan dude in Women, but he had some sort of tough lady in his life
Yeah,
because it's
he's-
like every show he does.
Well, he's
it's
just following the mold.
tough
you know?
lady. Yeah. The Prime series Fallout was the most watched, followed by Penguin, and then Dune Prophecy. For
How about Taylor Sheridan was on Sons of Anarchy? He had a minor part on Sons of Anarchy as one of the cops, and then becomes like at that point, are you calling your family and going, "I got a spot on a TV show called Sons of Anarchy," or you're like, "I don't know, I guess this is the best I'm going to do."
Yeah, but how
and
much-
then all of a sudden becomes the biggest writer in Hollywood.
But how much did he learn from that show? Like, was he
Yeah.
on that show? And that guy who did,
Kurt Sutter?
Yeah, he does a bunch of different stuff. So if you get in with him, or you can kind of shadow him and follow him around and learn different stuff.
Yeah.
That's like, Vince Gilligan, who did Breaking Bad, was a writer for X-Files.
Oh, really?
And Bryan Cranston was on an X-Files. And, he was Malcolm in the Middle's dad. That was the thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But then he did one of those, and his agent told him, because he wanted to do something different. And he goes, do you remember the X-Files that you did? He goes, the writer of that episode is doing a new series, and he wants you to be in it, whatever. And he said, then I read the script, and he goes, this is unbelievable.
That's
And
great.
like
I wonder
how-
if somebody gave me a script and I read it, if I would be like, "This is great," or if it just becomes like reading a book. You're like, it's boring.
Yeah.
You don't
I think
because I
it's-
can't envision
Oh, really?
everything. Yeah.
Oh, when I read a book, that's all I'm doing. I'm casting
Yeah.
it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's usually why I hate the movies after it
Yeah,
comes out
yeah.
because I did it in my head already. And if it's not what I thought it was going to be, I'm like, this is trash.
So
Right.
who do you picture in your spicy novels?
So I just started. I'm 12 pages in, and it's already pretty good.
Any
Like
supple,
12 pages already doing it?
Well, because it basically starts off like this guy, this company, these people are in an entertainment business. Basically, their company goes down, and they start an app for fetishes, a fetish app.
They got any
Carmen.
fetish for loose anuses?
That's
like, how would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 farts? What would you?
not how I do my spicy novel.
Oh, that's why they're spicy.
yeah.
yeah. Does Chad rip in front of you?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah.
seems like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like I'm an athlete. Here's my
Well,
fart.
No, it's not even that. He's because he drinks a lot of pop, a lot of pop, and he's very
Is that how
gassy.
you get abs?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
100%. He's very gassy in the morning.
Oh.
I'm
So-
very gassy in the morning because of my breathing machine.
Right. So he's really
gassy,
I know.
gassy in the morning.
but he's nice enough, and he turns his butt away and sticks it out of the cover.
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still think that's hot?
I don't think it's hot.
Like
I
you
just,
still look at him and be like, he's hot. If I went and ripped one in front of my wife, she'd be grossed out.
I love him. Yeah, that does not bother me. I don't care.
I came
Listen,
down.
I'm-
I came down the stairs the other day and I was humming the Imperial March. I was like dun dun dun, and then the gas started, so I go dun dun dun, and my wife was like, "I'm down here," and I went, "Oh, I didn't know."
Yeah.
It was the dog.
Yeah.
Party. It doesn't bother me. We do. So we have because we have 3 bathrooms, right? We have 2 upstairs,
Oh,
1
watch out.
downstairs.
Oh,
it's
rich.
it's not as fancy.
Oh, rich.
All
I'm
three
nowhere
bathrooms.
near your refrigerator, so calm it down, guy. But we do have our certain bathrooms that we go to.
Dookie rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So like if I'm downstairs or if we like wake up in the morning.
here.
If we both wake up at the same time and we're both downstairs,
Oh boy.
if you have to go to the bathroom, then you go up to the guest bedroom.
Yep. I got
And
you.
then if the other person is still upstairs in bed, then you go downstairs.
Right.
So you go
poop
to
away. You poop away.
but we never go to the we never poop in our bathroom where we take a shower.
Yeah. You
That's-
don't want that. You just save that for the farting.
All right.
That's
House
no.
rules. I like it.
Yep.
So we do listen. But if you gotta fart, you gotta fart.
Gio brought this to my attention. I did not even know that this was happening, but did you know there is a new Dexter in
Yeah.
progress? So they have the Dexter, the prequel right
But
now.
they had a new Dexter and you all didn't like it.
It was okay.
Okay.
It's not the original Dexter. You
Right.
know? I mean, it was the original cast, whatever, but it was just weird the kind of way they did it, but it was good. It's still Dexter. So now they had original Dexter. They had the Dexter follow-up where he's up in the cabin in the snow and all that stuff. And then now they have the prequel Dexter where Christian Slater plays his dad, Harry,
Right.
and they have the younger guy. But they're working on Dexter Resurrection,
Oh boy.
which is going to have Uma Thurman set to star with Michael C. Hall, who played Dexter.
Right.
Harry the dad, Angel's on there. A few of the other original cast are on there. So Dexter Resurrection is in production now. They say it's on track for summer 2025 premiere.
We asked John Lithgow if he would have been on the sequel, and he kind of hinted that he would, but he didn't, right?
No, the Trinity Killer, that was great. That was great.
I felt like Dexter went like 2 seasons too long, and now they're making all these. It really fell off after like season 4, 5.
Yeah, but if you change, like I watched Entourage yesterday for a little while, and Entourage is so like early 2000s, you know, when you watch it. But if they were able to do it now with today's technology and today, it might be interesting again.
I feel like they're trying to fix the ending because a lot of people complain about the ending of Dexter.
Well, and that's the problem, and I feel like that's why they went so long.
Yeah,
is because they did not have an ending to it. They did not know how to end it, so they were like, "Okay, one more season," and they were trying to figure it out. And they finally were like, "We have to end it." Almost like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We have to end it. Just it sucks. Whatever, be done.
You know what would have been good, and listen, Dexter was on how many years ago? So if you haven't seen it, sorry, I'm about to spoil. The Icebox Killer wound up being his brother. That should have been the ending.
Yeah,
him killing his own
Dun, dun,
brother
dun.
and then going away. And doing that. Like he had to go. At least go away to try and get away from it, and then maybe start it back up where he's in the woods. He's the Dark Passenger awakens. That whole thing.
I think like Carmen said, the show was so popular when it was on that they just kept going. Whereas like Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan,
knew from the beginning.
He goes, I know that I need this many episodes to tell my story from start to finish. That's how you should do it. And
that's great.
It ends perfect. Even though it was super popular at the time, they went out on top.
And a lot of different shows. Like Vince Gilligan was in charge of that from the start to the beginning. Whatever. A lot of different shows will bring in writers that try and write in that voice and do that type of thing. And Dexter is a series of books. So they're probably taking a lot of stories from the different books and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a good show. I did not watch it in its original run.
Oh yeah, I did.
I remember like flipping through the channels and seeing it on Showtime, and it was filmed weird, and I was like, "What is it? This looks cheesy. Like it looks weird, whatever." But then people told me that it was really good, and I watched it. And I loved it.
I jumped in like halfway through season 1 and watched the whole thing live.
I've never seen one episode. I just know all about it from you guys and Amanda talking.
Yeah,
about it.
it was great. Chris Brown has filed a $500 million defamation suit against Warner Brothers Discovery over the documentary Chris Brown: A History of Violence.
Well,
$500 million.
Yeah, I mean he did it.
You throw the chair out the window or something?
No, but they're saying he raped somebody.
Oh.
So it's not just about, his abusive relationships, like his physical abusive relationships with like Rihanna and stuff like that. Like they're actually claiming he raped somebody.
Listen,
I gotta tell you,
which those charges were dropped, I'm pretty sure.
If you're gonna come out with a documentary, you better have all your facts in a row, or you're getting your ass sued big time.
And if you're going to sue the people that made the documentary, you better make sure that you didn't do that because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, well, we have proof. That's why we said it on the documentary.
Yep.
Flavor Flav has launched a fundraiser for black families displaced by the LA wildfires. And Jack White is playing a benefit concert on Saturday, I'm assuming, to only white people.
No, I don't think that's the case.
No?
I mean, I don't know many black people that like Jack White, but
Well, I mean, Flavor Flav's doing the thing for black people, so Jack White, his last name is White.
I don't know.
Is he still with Brigitte? Is that still a thing or no?
Oh, I
Flavor
don't think
Flav?
No,
No.
they haven't been together for a while.
All right, I didn't follow up.
Idiot.
I didn't do my due diligence.
Anybody excited to see Marilyn Manson in concert? Marilyn Manson has announced his first U.S. headlining tour since 2019. He had a lot of legal trouble that was going on there for a while and stuff. He's going to be down in Rockville. Welcome to Rockville in Daytona on May 18th. Then up in Atlanta on the 20th and 21st, he'll be over in New Orleans. I can tell you that I'm not a huge fan of Marilyn Manson, liked some of his stuff, but did see him. He was out on tour. I saw him with Rob Zombie and I saw him with Slayer.
Yeah.
And it was terrible.
I saw him twice.
But when did you see him?
I
saw him in the 90s and it was great.
Right. I saw him when he was fat and puffy and drunk.
no.
He'd like drink half a beer and throw it on stage and then sing.
I saw him in the 90s when he
song.
was skinny and crazy and
Cutting himself on stage
Yeah,
and
he was
yeah.
nuts.
I know
yeah.
one time I saw him at Janice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Spooky
So that was
Kids?
probably
Yeah.
early.
And that was Janice. I think it was Ozfest.
Oh, he used to play in Ybor all the time.
the
Yeah,
Ritz,
He used to play at the Ritz, yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
It like it's not. It's like whatever.
Mm.
When they
Yeah.
got to Sweet Dreams, that was kind of cool. But other than that, you're like whatever.
Beautiful People is a great song.
That's good too. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
But, it also is, it's of the times. So as
Yeah.
time rolls on, it's kind of
Oh my God. I forgot to tell you, my wife may have said the funniest thing ever in the world, ever. I went and saw Crowbot,
Yeah.
and Nonpoint was the headliner. And I'm not a huge fan of Nonpoint, which, by the way, they didn't even do Bullet with a Name.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, no, they did. Did they? No, they didn't do. They didn't do.
What a Day?
The Phil Collins.
Oh, really?
The,
In the Air
in the
Tonight
air. Yeah,
cover?
they didn't do In the Air.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought was wild.
I
They-
like Nonpoint. I would be disappointed if that didn't happen.
Bullet with a Name is a great song. I'm not real familiar with a lot of their other stuff. I wasn't a super fan or anything.
Yeah.
But the way they did their show, I think it's like the 20-year anniversary of
Yeah,
maybe
something
their
like that.
first album. And so the way they did the show, kind of an interesting concept, whatever. It was almost like a book on tape where it had my friends had a band and their singer wasn't showing up. So they were like, hey, you come and sing for us and da-da-da-da-da. And then, we got into the studio, blah, blah, blah. And it started the song. And it would go into that. And then the next, they play a couple songs and then... So
like a narrator was coming on? Okay.
Yeah, and I think it was the lead singer that was, but it was recorded. In 2001, we started getting some interest from record companies and da-da-da-da, and then go into another song. My wife goes, what chapter is it where they can't sell out Janice?
Oh, no. Oh,
They
man.
had Janice halved off, and it wasn't even. Yeah, it was hilarious. I go, that may be the funniest thing you've ever said in your life.
That's funny.
They've been around they're a Florida band. They've been
Yeah.
around forever. I've seen them probably a dozen times
Yeah.
at least.
Dude, that's the worst feeling. If we do a Pitbull Toddler show and it's not immediately packed in front of the stage, I'm like, I don't even want to play this.
Yeah.
And then thankfully Josh has a way of getting everybody up and moving,
Right,
so it'll fill up. But if we, when we did the Punch Out, I was so afraid to go to Janice and it just be empty in there. When I went out there, it was full. I was like,
yeah.
oh, thank God.
I remember calling you and saying there's a line
Yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
around, all the way down the end of the thing for sure.
You called me because I was in the hotel room stressing out.
Nonpoint was up there for a minute though. They had
Yeah.
some success.
Yeah, they did. That was like Rob Dukes, who we just talked about, is back in Exodus now.
Yeah.
His band, Generation Kill, played over at the Brass Mug.
Right.
And I went and saw them, and they're a great band, but there wasn't a lot of advertising, this, that, whatever. There was like 35, 40 people there.
Yeah, that
and I
sucks.
felt terrible for them. I was like, there was more people at my wife's birthday party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was.
Was Pinky there?
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's
She
all
always
that
asks
matters.
about you.
That's all that
whenever I
matters.
come in, yeah.
Didn't he lose a bunch of weight too?
He
Like,
lost a
he
ton of
lost
weight.
weight.
Lost a ton of weight back in Exodus. Things are looking up. He's
Yeah.
on the uptick, Joe.
All right.
4 men from Chile were arrested. Here you go, you immigrants. 4 men from Chile were arrested for burglary at the home of Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. Remember?
Oh, they got him.
Yeah, they were like, he's still on TV.
Yeah. He will not be home.
It's
for
Monday
the-
Night Football.
That happened to Mahomes and Travis Kelsey too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they're out of town.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
surprised
hilarious.
these NFL guys don't have better security systems.
You would
Yeah.
think.
You know,
I
You
would
would
have
think.
Tom Calta sitting in the driveway with the
Right.
bat, just
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah, but a lot of them do it. But you know what I mean? So the only thing else they could do is really have like 24-hour security on the property. And that's expensive. Most of them live in like gated communities and stuff like that. And they have cameras. So between the two of them, if someone gets past all of that, that's
Also, inside job. If somebody works for you,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
like, hey, he's not going to be here on Monday.
2 takeaways from my dad. My sister-in-law was killed in a car accident years ago, and it was highly publicized. It was on TV, and it was in the paper when the funeral was and all that. And my dad was very diligent about making sure all the doors were locked, and I couldn't understand why. He goes, "This is the number one time where everybody knows where you are. The whole
Oh,
family
yeah.
is in
Yeah.
one spot." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh." And he also said Christmas too. He said Christmas is when a lot of houses get robbed because everybody goes to somebody else's house,
Right.
Right.
and everybody's got all these presents in their house just sitting there alone. So.
And also, they say whenever you put out all your boxes, your big screen TV, and
Yeah.
your this, and
Now we
that,
know what you got.
People are
I
like,
know.
oh, good. Yeah, let's go back to that.
I always break down the boxes. I don't want people to know what I got.
Sure. Yeah.
Here you go, Galvin. ICE has arrested 308 people in the last 24
Oh,
hours.
they're not paying taxes. They're not paying
They're already
taxes. Finally, in news, someone asked straight men online if you walked into a room with 1,000 single women, how many of them do you think would be attracted to you?
1,000?
1,000 single women. You walk into the room. How many do you think would be attracted to you? You could do percentage. You could do a number, whatever you want to do. Gio, what do you think?
4?
4%.
4%. Four of them.
Four of them.
Oh,
out of the
four.
1,000.
Yeah, probably.
It's hard. You don't know who the women are. Like, I don't know.
Just on average, what would you say?
I don't consider myself an attractive man.
Okay.
Well,
But do you
looking
get to
at
talk
you,
to them, or are they just looking at you?
right? That's the thing. Like looking at you, Gio. I don't think you're unattractive. Like
No,
if you
but-
were a regular guy walking in, I'd be like, this guy looks all right.
I'm like maybe a 5.5.
So let's start low. So let's start like in the middle, 50, 50. You know what I mean? 500 women. You think 500 women would find you attractive?
No.
No,
You think less or more?
Less.
Far less.
Gio is saying 4 out of the 1,000.
I don't know. I have a extreme sense of security and confidence, but I am also realistic. Like give me an hour with these women, I can muster up 20 or 30. Walking in just on first appearances, I don't know. I don't know what they like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm with Gio, 5.
I feel like I walk in, I have a certain amount. I get to start talking to them, charm a
Goes
little
up.
bit.
Yeah.
It goes up. As I talk to them, it goes,
Goes
down.
down.
It's a bell curve.
like you give me 15 minutes, I'm up,
Yeah.
I'm like 60, 70%, whatever. After about an hour, I'm at like 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't like you. Shut up.
Right, right, right. I don't know.
Start
like,
being mean.
Yeah.
I feel like when I go into a bar, nobody is looking at me going, "Ooh, that guy." But then give me a couple minutes of talking to people and moving around the bar, and then women are like, "What's this guy's deal? Who's this guy?" I get that a lot. I feel that, but I don't feel like based on looks.
Yeah, I assume that it's just you walk in and 100%.
And that's it?
based
If
on
you
looks.
walked into a room with 1,000 single women, how many of them
Right.
do you think would be
But
attractive?
are they
to you?
1,000 fat chicks? Are they 1,000 old women? Are they
Average.
1,000 20? If there's 1,000 20-year-olds, I'm not getting any. You know, I could tell when I walk through the mall, 20-year-olds don't look at me.
Okay, there's 1,000 women. They age from 25 to 50,
Okay.
and
They've all been divorced once.
they're 4s to 9s.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm looking at like 30 out of 1,000.
30% or
30,
Now-
30 women.
Okay.
Where my
Now
fours
listen.
at?
Now this is I just typed in average woman in America in the USA, right?
Okay.
The average American female over 20 years old, 170 pounds,
Okay.
and stands at 5'4".
Mm.
So that
That's
is
a
your
little chunky.
170 pounds, she should be 7'3".
Yeah.
170 pounds, she should be 5'8",
Joking.
5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, get out of the room.
I mean, I think the question is, how many am I attracted to? Because, I mean, it's 170
That's not
pounds.
the
It's
question.
not about
That's
you.
not the
question.
It's
No,
not
no,
about
no.
you.
That's not the
You
game.
ruin it.
It is about me because
Yeah.
I give off a different vibe when I'm attracted back.
That's
Carmen,
right.
listen to this, okay?
You're working harder, Mike.
It's 1,000 women. They're from 25 to 50 years old. They're from a 4 to a 9, and you get 15 minutes to talk to them. Out of us in the room, rank us who gets the most
Be
who
honest.
gets the most women to like them and the least women.
You got 15 minutes to talk to them.
15 minutes to talk to
You
them.
got 20 to 50 years old.
25 to 50,
And they're 4s
from
to 9s.
4s to 9s. Start at the lowest.
At
Who
the
gets
bottom.
the least to the most? In
What-
your opinion.
In my opinion, with that age
Actually, hold on. Everybody write it down before Carmen says it. Everybody write it down.
She's gonna put me last.
No, just go through the Start with last.
All right.
But you don't know me.
Right. That's what I have to go off
You
of.
don't know me on a day-to-day basis.
I have to go off
Okay,
of.
I'm done. I got my
All
list
right.
now.
I got my list.
I have to erase my
Joe, did you write your list? All right.
Jesus.
But they get 15 minutes. Like you get to like stand up on the stage and do like 15
No, you
minutes
walk
of
around.
Yeah.
You walk around and talk to them. You mingle.
Yeah, you're schmoozing. Maybe you
But
tell
it's
a story, do something, whatever.
right. But I'm saying it's 1,000 women. You can't talk
Yeah,
to
you got-
1,000 women 15 minutes.
Let's
So
assume you get 15 minutes with each woman.
And they all know what we're there
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're-
yeah, say some more stuff like that, Gio.
But they're also in like a group and they're
Yeah.
watching you, and while you're talking to this one, they're checking you out. You know,
By the way, ladies, if you're listening and you'd like to chime in on this,
Oh.
800-771-1025. I'm curious to see what the average woman listening to the show who may have seen us online and hear us talking every day,
Right.
how you would rank us from least to most. All right, Carmen, you go.
They're Carmen. They're coming up and they're like pulling your hair, checking your teeth. You know.
Yeah. Like you're buying a good horse.
Right. Yeah.
You guys are about to walk out in a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so because of age and everything, I'm going the least, the last, Joe.
That's what I put last.
That's
too.
what I had too.
He's oldest. He's shortest.
Short. That's
And
where I
he-
got it.
And he just started driving. And that's not fair.
I did just
You're
because
welcome.
Joe, just because of old and long hair. They see old gray long hair. 25 to 50, they're all like, yeah.
See, I think women are attracted to Joe because of his long hair. He looks cool. He's got the fashion sense. I think the height thing is what gets again. Girls don't like short guys unless they're short girls.
You know what's
Right.
cool? Joe's age with long hair is if you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you're not, then beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just dirty.
Yeah.
All
All right, Carmen,
Thank
next.
you.
And then next, only because he pointed it out himself after about 15 minutes, these women
but
will
I said
realize
15 minutes.
how mean he is. I gotta go Galvin.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Carmen, but but at 15, I'm done. Like they don't get the rest of it.
Don't even
Right.
get influencer decisions.
right
But
behind you,
Yeah,
Calvin.
that's
then-
her pick.
And,
All right.
and you'll also hear why I picked these two next.
Okay.
And then it's going to go Mike because this is just a biological thing. Women are attracted to men who are dads. And Mike is a very good dad,
Am I right?
as well as Gio. But Gio is a little bit younger and a little bit more in shape. So I would put Gio at the top because he is in that realm. He is a great
He
dad.
brings the
And,
boom.
and those two are going to talk about their kids. And that's
I'm
going
way
to
more
be
charismatic than Gio, though.
I hear that I'm mean and I'm not a good dad.
No, that's not true. I'm
just
just saying.
rude.
No, that's not what I'm
Truth is
saying.
truth, Calvin.
But your son is older. Your son is an adult. They still have kids that are like in sports that they go to where you're not like you don't have to do that
I
kind of
raised
stuff. So, right, but like that's not a topic that gets brought up a lot. That is something that they do on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Where because your son is older, that probably isn't going to come up as much.
What a day.
In your
It's snowing in
conversation.
Florida.
I
Joe
hate
is
this.
driving, and I'm on top of the list.
That's right.
I
That's
know.
right.
Listen, not my list.
There's
Carmen's
something going
list.
on. There's
What a-
something going on.
What a day.
I
And
fell.
and I'm getting my quantum money. So.
Yeah. I mean, we are making America great again.
I'm
Galvin,
happy to
you'll
be
be-
on the bottom half with you, Galvin.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know I had Joe last, then me, then Gio, and I had you first.
Oh, so did I.
They like your height and your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Joe, Gio, Mike, me.
You had yourself last?
No, I had me first.
Oh, sorry.
What did you have?
I had Galvin first. Then I had Joe.
So
you.
top of the list. We're
Top of
going.
the
We're going worst.
Bottom
to
up.
best.
Oh, bottom. I had myself.
Okay.
Then I had Joe, Mike, Galvin.
And that's
Okay.
another reason
All right.
girls love guys who are like really like down on themselves.
Like self-deprecating.
I can fix them.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear
no.
from.
I'm just telling you the average woman. That's not my list by any means.
Hold on. What did Joe have?
I had Gio, me, Mike, then Galvin.
I was the top of your. Maybe I should be gay.
We're attracted to
Maybe.
you.
Maybe.
It's the hair and being tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike
Carmen just
Calta
doesn't
Show.
know
Hello.
good guys.
Hey, good morning.
Hi. Go ahead. What do you got?
So I agreed Joe being last just because of age.
Right.
And then I would put Mike.
Below Gio?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Gio's my number one.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What a day.
Gio has the most fantastic smile, and his
What?
laugh is cute.
Is this
Ew.
Jamie?
No,
Is this
I-
Jamie?
It's not.
Oh.
I think no. If I didn't go by looks, Galvin makes me laugh the most. So Galvin would be up there.
If I
because
didn't go
love
by
to laugh.
looks,
Yeah,
what the hell
yeah.
does that mean, man?
Yeah, this is great.
You should be honest.
This is great.
Jesus Christ.
I'm with you, man.
Everybody has their own look that they are attracted to.
Yeah. all
Who do
right.
you think would be the best in bed? Gio?
No.
No, he'd run out of gas.
We didn't ask
No,
you.
I-
Oh,
We're
sorry.
asking her.
Who would be the best in bed?
Galvin, you're so salty.
Right. Calvin,
I think Galvin, just because he's so energetic.
You know what?
Angry.
I think the same thing, but
Right.
because I know his wife,
Mhm.
Jenny. Because I know Jenny, I know Galvin's good in bed.
And she always looks satisfied.
Yeah. I hate saying nice things
Thank
to
you,
you guys.
Pumpkin. Appreciate it. Thank you. Interesting. Very interesting. Gio, the big winner of the day.
Yeah. Listen,
Shocking.
let it happen.
Unfair.
Hey, I was number one with dudes.
That's a
He's
W.
your number one somebody. That's
Yeah.
Something's happening.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that.
Wow. All right. Gio.
Tampa Bay has spoken.
Yeah.
hurts.
Oh, for
What-
sure.
I gotta tell you, man. I would sell all your stock and all your Bitcoin and everything else. Something's happening today.
Yeah,
You
today's
got
the day.
snow. You got Joe driving. Geo's number one. It's wild.
Yeah, Joe drove. For those of you just joining, Joe drove to work today.
Yeah.
And,
Now, Joe,
yeah.
how did that feel?
I took a covered wagon. It was, I was whipping the horse the whole way. Hey-ya!
Yeah.
great.
Did it feel comfortable, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. It hasn't been that long.
Were you nervous? It has. It's been over 10 years.
When was the last time you drove on a regular basis? Not just I moved
I
the
don't-
car,
I
did
don't-
something.
Oh, on a regular basis?
On a regular basis.
I
Like
don't know.
where
It's
you
gotta be
drove.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Do you think getting rid of Spanish has elevated Joe to a new level of human
100%,
being?
100% it has.
This is
And,
very
and the
insane.
wild thing is, and I would like to take this time to apologize. I used to always bust Joe's balls about all this stuff, whatever. It really seems like
Joe has never been late.
the anchor around your neck, and I don't mean this bad to Spanish, whatever, but I thought it was Joe holding Spanish back. It seems to be Spanish was holding Joe back,
Wow.
right?
Like
Like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
because Joe has never been late.
never been late.
He's on point with his job. Let me just point to something out to you. One of the things we told Joe about before Christmas break was after we had the switcher fix,
Mhm.
is that he was having a hard time switching because he can't see those little screens over there, and that having a monitor would help him out. There's a monitor over there. There's a monitor over there. Joe's doing this work, man. I ordered that switcher for New Orleans. Joe already assessed it.
Yeah.
And said, yeah, I'm very proud of Joe's work.
Poured a little chocolate milk in it.
Yeah,
Yep.
just a little
Gotta
bit.
get ready to go.
You
You
gotta
know.
make it right.
Max it up,
Yeah.
as we like to say. All right. Well, congratulations, Gio.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Take
Thank
that
you.
to the bank. There's
Thank you.
more calls. You want to check, maybe get one more?
I think we're good. I mean,
Nah,
No,
let's see.
no.
All
Mike
right.
Calta Show, hello.
Go out on top.
Hello?
Hi.
What do you-
Gio's my number one, too.
Turn it off.
I'm dead serious.
Why?
Because he's humble and he's cute.
Yes,
Ugh,
thank
who
you.
likes that?
Thank you.
You don't want to marry humble and cute?
All right, but I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think Spanish's demise was because of the toxic girlfriend? And I asked this because my son called me crying the other day and he got involved with some wench.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like toughen him up and I don't know how, but like I'm scared this is going to be his demise. Do you think Spanish's demise was because of that girl? And what
100%.
can I do to help my son?
100%. And here's
All right.
the thing. Here, how old is your son?
He's 31.
Yeah, he's gonna have to find out the hard way, and you're just gonna have to be there for him when it crashes, and let him know that at
Yeah.
least you'll always be there, because it's gonna come down hard, and it's a sad reality.
I know it's just, I don't know. It's just like he's possessed.
Yeah, when you're in love with a girl, you'll they get you good, they get their hooks in there, and clearly they could ruin a life.
But I love your show and I love you too, Mike.
No,
but,
you love
Gio's
Gio.
number
You
one.
love Gio. Don't try to turn it around now.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Good luck with your son, Pumpkin.
I remember my son's first girlfriend when they broke up. I was like, oh, he is going to be devastated. Like
Right.
this to me. It's totally fine. I was
See,
like, wow, that's
yeah.
wild. Because he wasn't like, yeah, cool, whatever. He was like, yeah, it stinks, but well, there's other girls and stuff. So I was like,
I would
there's a
think
good attitude.
Joey would be devastated now. I mean, he's pretty serious with this girl now.
Yeah.
And there's some people, like someone we know, who was never single. And they are not good at being single.
Yeah.
And so it's not even
Need somebody
necessarily
around.
right. So it's not necessarily even the girl. It is just not being alone.
The lifestyle.
You know what I mean? They don't want to be alone. They need someone to talk to, text. They need to know that someone is there, even if they're not at home waiting, but like someone's in their life that they can reach out to,
Yeah. I mean, I gotta tell you, I think I was great single. I miss being single.
Yeah.
I
Some
don't
people are
miss
good at it.
I don't miss being single. Like, I'm not saying it's like go bang other chicks. No, I just miss being able to do whatever I wanted to do. I don't think I miss being single. I think I miss not having kids.
I remember you were so confused whenever I lived by myself.
Yeah.
And you would go, so what do? You just go home with your dog?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah, but you were like so blown away and you were like, then you just like spend time by yourself. I was like, yeah.
I went to
Right.
Galen's house one time and there were 19 pizza boxes in the kitchen. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I get pizza. And I
Pizza?
was, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
But that also shows that you don't really like being by yourself either, because you always had a roommate with Pete or someone. You've never been on your own.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it like, oh, I wish I could go out and bang other chicks. I wish I could just live with Pete. Like I would live with Pete now if I could.
But again, that's having somebody in your life.
Yeah.
There's some people
Fine.
like
I wish I could marry Pete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, go be by yourself. Like,
if Amanda learned how to play PlayStation and watch the same shows that I did, we'd have a better relationship.
I got to tell you, according to the poll in this room, I could probably marry Pete.
You might be right. You might be right.
Yeah.
But
I
Pete
love my
now-
wife so much that I watched Judge Judy with her.
Pete now is not Pete when you were in your 20s.
Oh, I got to
Pete,
tell you,
You could
Pete
get
now-
Pete now.
comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Pete
couldn't
now
get
is
Pete
way
now.
better. Pete's a hotter commodity now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Pete Beretta with the headliner hanging down your head is not nearly as cool as Maserati Pete
Yeah.
or Electric Hummer Pete.
I imagine now Pete would not have as much time for you though, just to like hang around.
Right,
and
he's
just,
working deals.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm used to that with Pete. Like I'll go to Pete's house because Pete lives one exit away from me.
Yeah.
So I'll go to Pete's house and just show up there, and I'll go in his house and he'll be in his office making deals and phone, and I'll pick up the guitar and play while he's on the phone, and I'll play with some toys in his office, and then I'll just leave before I even talk to him. He's just so big. I'll just be like,
Yeah.
well, we hung out
The
together.
thing now is Pete would be on the phone and he'd get done and you go, "What, you set up some girls and stuff?" And he goes, "No, I sold 2 Ferraris."
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
I'm busy. Get out of here.
Although every once in a while, Pete gets a good hair up his ass to go to Plant City, and that was a fun
Mhm.
time. So fun Pete's in there.
Yeah. Chicago
He
Pete.
just- Chicago Pete's in there. He just needs to be massaged every once in a while.
Oh, well.
Not physically.
Start massage
Yeah.
him.
All right, we got to take a break.
Yeah, that is it for news.
All right, good. Galvin's got a brand new open
I
letter.
do.
We're going to take a break. We're going to play some commercials and try and catch up, and then we'll come back and dive right into that open letter next. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Carmen,
Yes.
Gio, Joe,
Him?
Galvin, and everybody else out there of the female gender in the audience, I need you to pick up your phones right now and open up Instagram and go to the Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. You'll see us. That is our official page. If you're not liking it and following it, go do that right now. At the Mike Calta Show. Look at our newest entry.
I am following.
Yes, I figured you would be.
Okay.
The latest entry I put in is a picture that has me, Galvin, Joe, and Gio. Ladies, right away.
Oh.
Right away.
All right. All
I
right.
mean-
I don't like that we were 2 for 2 on Gio being number 1.
I feel like everybody's the
3.
people have spoken.
Shut up, Carmen.
I'm just saying.
I can tell you, I got a message from one of our female listeners that said Mike said 5'4", 170 is kind of chunky.
No, I did not. You did.
Listen to me.
You did.
Don't
Carmen.
Don't point.
Who said it,
You-
Carmen?
Don't
You
point.
did.
I did not. Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
I made the joke if you were 170 that you should be 7'4".
Yes.
Yes.
But listen, this person said I'm 5'4", and I was like 160, 165 in college, and it was the hottest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, like, I'm going by my wife.
Mhm.
My wife is 5'7", probably 160. I don't know. That's what I think. No?
I don't
So
know.
you
I
don't
I don't know
know.
whether I would be guessing
that's
my
what I
wife's
think.
weight
Yeah.
on air.
Oh,
155? I don't know.
I made the
Like
joke.
that's what I see. I don't really know that I think that. Oh, now you got me all nervous.
I think everybody's beautiful.
Shut up.
That's why you're number one, baby. That's why
Trying
you're
to stay
number
on
one.
top.
I don't think we need recounts here. The people have
Yeah,
spoken.
we need to recount.
Carmen, will you look at the Instagram? Is that a fair representation of everybody? It's my most recent picture,
Yes.
and gets Galvin a picture from Christmas time.
Yeah,
And
and,
then
even
Gio-
Galvin's even a little skinnier.
I was gonna say I'm a
Yeah.
little thinner. I can give
Yeah.
you a better
That was 2
picture.
weeks ago.
I'm
that
a little
was-
thinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. And then Gio is just stock Gio. He's always
Yes.
looks the same.
Pretty
And
much.
then Pap Pap is a good representation of Pap Pap.
Correct.
What do you got in
Okay.
your hand there, Joe? In the picture.
You want to know something funny? I didn't even
Oh.
notice that until I put it in.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that you gave that to me.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a
Scumbag.
penis-shaped pipe.
That was for Joe's birthday when we were in the Bahamas.
Happy
That's
birthday,
right.
Joe.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, ladies, feel free to go and, or in Galvin's case, gentlemen, whatever you
Yeah,
want,
yeah.
just go and.
All right.
and
Again, I feel like people have already spoken.
Number one with dudes.
you're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right. But I mean, I figured that not everybody gets to call the show, and social media is so prevalent in
fair
people's
enough.
lives now.
I feel like you're trying to move the goalposts, but I'll let it ride.
I'm not. I had a different thing on my list, but it certainly didn't have me ahead
Right,
of you.
right.
So, I had you coming in second as opposed to first. I had Galvin coming in first.
Mhm.
I had me coming in second to last.
All the guys had me in first.
Yeah, I saw that.
I had myself at last. So
Guys
I
are
was,
still eligible to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Feel free. It's on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. Hello, Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, this is Anthony. I wanted to chime in about the living alone situation. And this is my first time calling, and I love the show, guys.
Thank you.
You do a great job. I've been listening to it. My dad's been listening to it, and me listening to it in the back seat while my dad was driving, and he just got me hooked. But
yeah, we're number one with second generation.
Alone, man.
Right. What? Say that again, sir?
Man, look, man, I got my own apartment. I got my cat, and I could bring any female I want over. I got my own bed. I got my own domain. If I want to walk around naked, I can.
Yeah.
You know?
I get it. Living alone is probably pretty fun.
Some people are really good at living alone. Some people are not. Like, it's not.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But, this wasn't really my choice. So, like, I was kind of, long story short, my mom's boyfriend killed my best friend.
Man. No, we need the long story.
Yeah, long story.
Yeah.
So then my mom got 15 years prison. So then my dad moved away. And then I headed to live with a homeboy. That didn't work out. Lived with another homeboy. That didn't work out. So then I've been living on my own for 6 years now.
Why did your mom go to jail if her boyfriend killed your best friend?
Conspiracy?
She got accessory after the fact because she drove him home.
Oh, man.
And
Why
how
did he
kill him?
And to the spot.
Yeah, how did he kill him?
Because she was dating him. Shotgun to the head.
What did he do? Why did he? What did he?
You can look it up. You can look it up.
I trust you. What did he do?
Well, from what my understanding was, it was a fist fight. My homeboy Steven, the one that got shot, whooped their ass, and they wanted seconds. But before my friend could get out of the car, my mom's boyfriend came up to the window and shot him in the head through the window.
Interesting.
Was there drugs involved?
And there was a passenger. That me and Steven grew up with and went to high school together. I was about 19 at the time. I'm 26 now.
Right. Now, do you write your mom letters and stuff?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. She's still my mom. I love her, and I send her money and shit like that.
You can't say that word, buddy.
Excuse my language.
Dear Mom, inmate number 747995. Even though you killed my best friend, I'm still cool with you. Like, I can't imagine ever saying that.
She drove him home.
Yeah,
drove
but she was
home
like,
to kill her.
even though you're an accessory
Well,
to
look, listen. My mom and I, we had a really great relationship growing up. I never needed nothing. I grew up great. My mom and dad worked really hard for me and my siblings, and I had a great childhood. And until they got divorced, it all went downhill from there.
Yeah,
and then so when my mom went to prison, we were paying the mortgage, which I thought, but my sister was pocketing the money.
Oh.
So then the house got foreclosed. So then that's when I started living on my own.
Yeah, I would say probably a good thing.
It all started off with
family
trust
seems a little rough.
Yeah,
so.
you sound better off on your own, sir.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
with you.
Oh yeah. But blessings come and go, man. I met some people, and family doesn't always mean it has to be blood.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the show, pal.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. And Carmen, you're a hottie. I tell you that.
Yeah. Well, let's not get crazy.
Thank you.
What about Gio?
Thank
All right, man.
R.I.P. little homie Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We are now old enough to have a myriad of second generation listeners.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I started listening when my dad would listen in the car.
Yeah.
That's how old we are.
Yeah,
Oof. You know, I was looking at Preston and Steve yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This show out of Philadelphia?
Philly, yeah.
Yeah, they're a very popular radio show in Philadelphia, I guess, like similar to what we do, talk. But those guys look like old guys to me. Like I look at them and I think that those would be my dad's friends, but they're probably our age or maybe even younger.
Oh, I all the time will be watching something and the person will be like, yeah, well, I'm 49 years old. And I go, they're 49?
Yeah.
Nothing's
so
more
much
depressing when they show you that Mel Sharples from Alice was only 39 when he was Mel Sharples.
Him and All in the Family.
Yeah, All in the Family.
And Cheers, they were all like in their 30s.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, that's
Coach
rough,
was only 35.
Oh, that's not true. All right, I'll grab your phone calls here in a second, 800-771-1025. But ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to people that want you to ask them questions. Dear people that want you to ask them questions. Seriously? How's it going? Okay. Last night was crazy, though. Awkward silence.
Sorry, Galvin.
What?
I shut your mic off by accident.
Thank you. That helps with
Sorry.
comedy.
Sorry.
All right.
Last night was crazy, though. Awkward silence. Ugh. Why? What happened last night? First off, I don't really care how it's going. Second, I'm not asking follow-up questions. If you want to tell a story about how crazy your night was, just tell the story. Don't make me feign interest. Don't even ask me what my kid did this weekend. Okay, I never wanted to know what your stupid kid did this weekend. I didn't need permission, but I'm glad you started the conversation with that because I never want to know what little stupid Stuart did unless this story ends with him falling to his death. I'm not interested.
What?
How about the people that ask if they can ask you a question? Hey, can I ask you a question? No. Problem solved. Or the idiots that just say, question. What would you think if blah, blah, blah? By the way, the only reason they're asking that question is so they can give you their answer to that question. You want to know what I think we should do? Again, no. Problem solved. I don't want to be involved in your personal choose-your-own-adventure book. The thing that I hate probably the most is whenever people post something cryptic online in hopes of people asking them questions.
Oh.
Today is always a rough day for me. It is. Why? What happened? Are you okay? Blah. Just come out and ask for some attention. I have more respect for people that just say, hey, everyone, I need some support or positive vibes today because it's the anniversary of my little stupid son, Stuart, falling to his death 6 years ago. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to people that want you to ask them questions.
Oh, the thirsty Facebook posts are the worst. Or the you won't post this in your sign if you stand up to cancer, and I'm not. I don't like cancer, but I'm not following your lead.
I bet you'll just scroll past this.
Yeah, you bet right.
Yep.
Good action.
Yeah. That's the best though. Is don't even ask me. Okay, I won't ask you. I promise I will never ask you. Ugh.
Do you want an update on how we're doing on
Sure.
that? We got 61 comments already.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't put up like a poll where they could vote?
I didn't. I just put it on. Galvin, I've always found super hot.
Yeah.
His height does it.
Yeah.
Mike, you're cuddly looking and tall, so I like that. Maybe it would help if I put my glasses on.
Well, new glasses. New glasses. Who dis?
Pap looks great, but not for me. Geo too young looking. And then I said to rank them worst to first, and so hopefully people are doing it right. Joe, Mike, Galvin, Geo.
Okay.
Galvin, this person said you're number one when your gambling picks hit.
I like it. I like it.
Number one, Geo. My God.
I mean, it's just.
Let me see. Yeah, Pap, Galvin, Mike, Geo.
I'm telling you, it's all the dad talk. I gotta take my daughter to soccer.
I take my daughter to volleyball.
I gotta take my other daughter to soccer. Yeah, I know, and that's why you were number 2 for me. That's why. That's what I said. But
Man, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, here you go, Galvin. You got a couple. There's a couple of number ones in there for you by ladies.
Oh, I see a lot of number ones.
Yeah. I'm saying that. Yeah. A couple of guys chiming in here.
Oh,
You know
this one put Carmen in there too.
You know what's disappointing?
Yeah.
When you've kind of looked at a girl online before, and you're like, oh, that girl's pretty hot. I recognize her name from following us. And she likes Geo as number one.
Oh, this one just put me and Geo. Didn't put you guys at all.
together.
Geo is definitely the most handsome. That's what somebody wrote. Oh my God.
I mean,
Love them all but Geo. Well, now that lady makes more
I
sense.
get that one.
Yeah. Interesting. It's up on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. It's based on a story that Galvin said earlier on a list of 1,000 women. If we walked in a room, what percentage of those women would find us attractive? Geo said 4 ladies would find him attractive.
I got to tell you, I think Geo and I are neck and neck, but I think he's actually taking it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unheard of.
Is it?
Shocking.
Yes.
As I scroll, though,
No one wants to lose to a plain Jane dad.
Yeah.
But like Geo is the youngest out of all the guys.
True.
He's still tall. He's not 6'4" tall, but he's 6'2".
I have wisdom and 6'2", and he's not 6'2".
Geo, how tall are you?
He's already
He's
he had to
gone.
leave.
Oh.
He had to go meet some of the ladies that voted for him.
All right. Well, keep the votes coming in. We'll see. I'll be direct messaging all of you.
Wait.
I'll be blocking all of you. I think I've referenced this on the show before, but I follow this lady on Instagram. I'm dying to get her on the show, but she moved to Bali.
Is this the one that started the OnlyFans?
No. This lady says that she had an affair with a guy.
Okay.
And it turned out that guy she didn't know worked for the FBI. And she realized he was married and she didn't know that. So she went and told his wife that they had an affair. I know. That's a seat blocking thing to do.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
No, it's not. Mind your own business.
The right thing to do is, listen, I guess the guy could hide it also, but especially if you find out he works in the FBI, don't cross that guy.
So she crossed him.
Yeah.
And now she thinks that she's being stalked and monitored by the FBI.
Could be.
All right.
So she makes videos of her. Sometimes she has to go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning when nobody else is up so that nobody stalks her.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be like, look, there it is. And there's a van on the street. She'll be like, they're following me. And then she'll be in the gym and she'll go, it's 4 a.m. at the gym. And I'm the only one in here. And there's one other guy. And look at him. And she'll show a guy on a treadmill. He's just here to watch me. She's nuts. She's nuts.
Yeah, so you know what she is? She's a targeted individual. There's people that think whatever. Like if you pulled up to a red light and there was 3 white cars near you, you'd go, "Oh, that's weird. 3 white cars." But they're like 3 white cars.
Me.
Yeah, they're here for me. They're all driving the white cars, and that's how they get me.
She is so nuts that she moved to Bali. She got out of L.A. or whatever she was from, and she packed up her stuff and moved to India. Now she's making videos in India and also claiming that they're following her in India. She's insane.
What if she's just doing this for social media and she's
I
making
said to my wife, I go, if this bitch just wanted to move to Bali and she made everybody pay for it by coming up with the story, is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen.
By the way, also a lesson in there is you can be crazy, you can be getting stalked and everything, still keep it tight. Get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym.
She still works out. Yeah, she still keeps it tight.
No excuses.
Yeah, because she has to run away from the FBI.
I have to tell you though, she's a 5.2 at best. She's not somebody that you're like, this is worth stalking. She's a average 5.2.
Right.
But it's a real interesting watch because she gets very serious with her conversations. I love the same way I still would love to find out 20 years later that Jersey Shore was fake.
Yeah.
To find out that was just a social experiment and all those guys. There's no way anybody could be that stupid,
right,
that ugly, and that was weird looking with the hair and all that stuff.
You find out that the situation was a Juilliard trained actor.
Right. You're most notable for his summer stock and Shakespeare. But anyway, this bitch is nuts. But these are the things that I'm finding now that I love the most on social media, because I'm kind of getting sick of the guy who just plants his camera out in front of a bank and waits till the police come.
Oh yeah,
not Long Island Audit. That guy's still great.
Yeah, I do like a lot of the stuff he does. I've been watching 90 Day Fiance, and I don't know which one it is. There's so many of them now.
It's hard to keep track.
But because I think it's on HBO, it's on Max now.
Is it?
They have it, I think.
Yeah.
There's so many services now. I don't know which I watch it on. But anyways, there's one, and I don't know if you remember this or not, where she's very religious, and she goes over to, I don't know, Iraq or somewhere, and the guy is very religious as well, but it's different.
Yes, I do remember the religious ones. I do remember that.
She's beautiful.
Yes.
She's
like, why would you have to go to Iraq to get a guy?
To get a caveman.
Yeah.
Like literally caveman. Like he looks like a caveman. I mean, she's nuts. She's absolutely nuts.
That's the problem.
But she looks like what's her Megan Fox's mom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Dude, that show blows my mind. And everybody, thank you for telling me, but I guess Jasmine, the one that was dating the guy that wore the hat all the time, lives here now.
Oh, really?
And everybody keeps sending me updates on her. I'm not
Oh,
going to go
that's
after her.
hilarious.
I get it.
That guy was wild.
He was nuts, too.
Wearing the hats all the time.
But Jasmine, Carmen, unlike you with the loose anus, she was going and getting it cleaned up and tightened up and bleached and all that,
and
because
then her friends
was ready for it.
Yeah, and then her friends were giving her stuff to help
open
that area.
Yeah.
There was also another one who his intro says, people would call me the life of the party. Oh, Jesus, stop it. But he is meeting this model who lives in London, lives in Italy, and she's from, I don't know, whatever it is. Anyways, it's a dude.
Yeah.
But it's like a trans person.
Right, I saw that.
And he's like, there's a few things, her personality, this, and I'm like, in her penis.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know how our chemistry is going to be, like how everything's going to fit. And I go, well, your penis is going to be a problem. Her penis is probably going to be the problem. Yeah, it's just wild.
Dueling swords.
But the one friend is like, have you ever dated a trans person before? And he's like, no. And he goes, have you ever done anything with a guy? And he goes, no. Well, like one time in college, I kissed a guy. And it's like,
This is a big jump.
Yeah.
That's a different.
Guess what, dude?
Yeah.
You have made the decision to travel thousands of miles to
Yeah.
like that.
Oh.
You've made
But
that decision.
you're committed to it. You're
but-
traveling. You've already committed to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So just say that that's what you're doing.
I think it's a slow turn for some people.
Yeah, well,
But that for sure they're in.
the slow turn's going to get slapped in the face.
Yo.
All right, we got to take a break. We've got a lot of things to do before we get out of here. We got to do death pool picks.
Yes.
Gio had to leave early at a doctor's appointment, but he left me his death pool picks.
Okay.
Did he
Yeah.
also leave Tony's?
Yep.
Okay.
So all you ladies that thought Gio was so healthy.
Yeah.
He had to leave
Like
early.
hottest
to go to-
guy.
No one thought he was
Hottest
healthy.
guy. Wow.
And maybe that's why they want him. He's going to die the first.
Oh.
First to die.
We'll do death pool picks next. It's a Mike Calta show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Ooh, look at Tom Selleck. He's not looking good.
That wasn't Tom Selleck.
Yeah. No, not the black lady.
Oh.
That guy. There he is.
Tom Selleck.
No. But show him up close. You could tell that he dyes his eyebrows.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's still handsome.
He's got to be close to 80, right?
I mean, I would imagine so.
What do you think Tom Selleck is, Joe? You're old.
I'm going to say
78.
I'm going to say 81.
79.
Close.
79. I said close to 80. 79, yeah.
He looks good. I mean,
I'm glad the mustache is back.
He looks old. He looks older.
Yeah.
But he still looks good.
Well, he doesn't look like Magnum PI.
No.
I got to tell you, Magnum PI was such a great show. And
Everybody
he
loved
was
it.
so good on there at being the guy that you wanted to be friends with. Like, you wanted to hang out with Magnum.
Yes.
He was just funny and cool. And
Right.
good.
He wasn't too cool
Like a
for you.
Burt Reynolds vibe.
You very
Yeah.
Burt
Right?
Reynolds vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did not watch a lot of Magnum. I did love the car.
I
though.
watched it
I love the
all
car.
the time.
Hawaiian shirts are back, baby.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta. It's Medicine Man. This weather sucks.
I know. I was thinking about you today. What does a guy like you do when transportation wise in a weather like this? Like you can't take your bike everywhere.
I don't ride in this. Way too cold.
Right. What about
It's
like?
stressing out. Yeah.
Or what about like groceries and stuff?
I have to wait, or maybe like the middle of the day when it gets warmer out. But by the way, I had to go to the dentist yesterday.
You like a beaver where you stock up on stuff in case of for the cold weather? Put nuts in your mouth?
I got a couple of takeout places so close to my house.
Yeah. I was thinking about
And
it.
of course, I had to get my tooth pulled yesterday.
You did? Why? It rotted out of your mouth?
It was the one that broke, the one you wanted to pull out with Grammatica. You couldn't get at it, and I had to go to a specialized jaw surgery dentist that actually had women working in my mouth, taking it out.
You should let Grammatica kick it out of your mouth. That would have been a lot easier. Probably would have been cheaper.
There was no place to tie that thing. It was broken on the gum line.
All right. Well, the next tooth, you come to me first.
I hope it doesn't break. I had enough of them broken already. Going to the dentist is pretty damn expensive. It's
All
tough.
right. Well, Grammatica would have kicked it out of your mouth for free.
It would have because where the way to tie it, but it was way in the back. It was broken on the gum line.
Let
That was
me
an old-
worry about that next time. The logistics, leave those
There
up
was
to
no
me.
way anybody
All right. I gotta go. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I just happened to heard that whole Tom Selleck thing. I seen a meme on the thing where it shows the Chippendale Rescue Rangers, those cartoons.
Right.
One has a Tom Selleck shirt and one has the Indiana Jones getup. And somebody's like, "Why didn't I see this ever?"
Yeah, I saw that
and that's
too.
just- okay, fair enough. I was just like, "Wow, I couldn't believe it."
Yeah,
but
you
that
know
was
what
all I
he-
wanted
You
to
know what
say.
he's talking about? They want Chip and Dale, the cartoon guys. One had a Hawaiian shirt and a mustache, and the other one had the Indiana Jones fedora and the leather jacket and all that. And you're like, nobody's ever.
Oh, they did all the time?
Yeah. All this time we never even noticed.
Which is even stranger because Tom Selleck was almost Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although he says that's not true. He says that's not true. That's been the long rumor, and then I saw him on like Conan O'Brien or something. And he asked him about that, and he's like, "No, I hear that all the time, but that's not true." He said he was filming Magnum PI at the time and didn't even have the time to audition for Indiana Jones. I believe that the whole time too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But, so I feel like I have the Mandela effect because I feel like I saw him talking about it in the fact that he was locked into Magnum PI and he couldn't do Indiana Jones, so it wasn't possible. A lot like the whole Remington Steele James
Pierce
Bond
Brosnan
thing.
thing. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a thing from a clip from the Howard Stern show yesterday where they said that they approached Josh Brolin, about being Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been a good Batman.
Mm-hmm.
A little too old now.
But he said no.
He said that
he never auditioned.
He never auditioned. That they brought it. They had asked his agent if he might be interested, but it never actually came to fruition.
Yeah,
I wonder how many of those things. I'd love to hear a story. That's why I like Cody Tucker. Always talks about those sort of things.
Yeah, it's interesting because you wonder if the movie would have been the same with a different actor, whether it would have been better or worse or whatever. Like I'm sure that there's a lot of times where writers are writing with a specific person in mind, and they go to them. Quentin Tarantino was talking about how Pulp Fiction, how it was being made and how it came about and how Bruce Willis got in there. That Bruce Willis. They were at a party or something, whatever, and Bruce Willis was like, I'd love to read it. And then he was like, I want to play Vic. And he's like, you can't play Vic. I already have somebody for Vic. What would you think about playing the boxer and stuff? And he was like, yeah, I'm in, which is crazy to think, because he said at the time, he goes, I didn't have a lot of stuff. It wasn't
that's what I think about Chaz Palminteri and, Stallone. Stallone would not sell Rocky unless he got the play it.
Yeah.
Chaz Palminteri. They wanted De Niro to play the role, and he was like, "Nope, I got to be the role. And that's ballsy, man, because your whole future's on the line."
Yeah, but you're gambling on yourself. It's one of those things. Like if it works out, yeah. If it doesn't work out, then you're just some other dude that has a script, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but Rocky, the fact that they were gonna pay Sylvester Stallone however much money for the script,
he was broke.
Yeah, totally broke. We're gonna give you hundreds of thousands of dollars at the time for the script. And he said, no, I have to be the star. And they said, no, you're nobody.
Yeah, you're a nobody. Exactly.
Yeah. Crazy.
Exactly. All right, we got to do some stuff before we get out of here today.
Yeah.
We got to do our death poll picks.
Let's get after it.
Carmen, I don't know where we left off or who goes or what. I have Gio's and I have Tony's.
Okay, we start off with you, Michael.
With me?
Yes.
Good.
Can I point out that I think it's fantastic that you have two other people's picks to do as well, because you're going to do it seamlessly.
Just so you know, to be fair, I haven't even looked at them yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick mine. I got my list over here, and I will take longtime news reporter Dan Rather.
I just saw him the other day. I was watching, it was an old interview of him with Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
And he looked old there. So.
Well, the thing is, I was driving and I heard a thing on the radio about him, and I went, God damn, how old does Dan Rather have to be? So I asked my trusty Alexa in the car, and I came back and said he was 93 years old. And I thought, well, he's not making it much longer than that.
Yeah.
All right, Carmen, who's next?
Then it goes to me, and I will pick Shirley MacLaine.
Okay, Shirley's got to be up there. Yep.
She's 90. So.
She's an Academy Award winner, too.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
Tony Burton.
Tony Burton takes Jake the Snake Roberts.
Nobody's taken?
I don't believe so. That's Carmen's thing.
Yeah, I don't know whether, Carmen, whether you can check that, whether you have anything. I can't.
No one has taken him, no.
All right,
Okay.
Jake the Snake. All right, and then who's next?
Galvin.
I'm not sure if you can check for me. Has anybody taken the King, Jerry Lawler?
No. You think Jerry Lawler's not doing good?
Well, I mean, he had all that stuff going on before. A lot of times, it's like you're not doing well, and then you're doing well, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Plus,
off TV.
Wrestlers are always good picks.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
All right, so I'm going Jerry Lawler.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
And then we go to Gio. No.
All right, over to Gio, which Mike has.
Gio takes Ryan Sandberg.
Ryan Sandberg, the
baseball player? Yeah.
Okay.
Making sure. Okay,
No one,
I do not
no one's
see
taken
that.
Ryan Sandberg yet. Yeah.
Okay. Then Joe.
I am going to be going with Joanne Woodward.
Did somebody take her already or no?
I don't know.
The wife of Paul Newman?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Making sure she's still alive.
Yeah.
Making sure
Joanne
she's still
Woodward?
alive.
Yeah.
Yes. 94 years old. Still alive.
All right. Now who to?
Then Ian Beckles. And he is going to take rapper Dave Bluntz.
Dave Blunt, you say?
Yes.
The only reason I know who Dave Bluntz is because I saw a story today. He's a big fat guy. He's like a 600-pound rapper, and he said that he was going to be crowd surfing. he said
I see him.
He said that his fans are no pussies, and that they'll be able to support him.
He's got 357,000 followers on Instagram.
He's in a lot of podcasts and stuff. He's in that new coming up phase.
All right. Dave Blunt makes the list.
Okay.
You have any reservations?
I mean, had I not read the story today, I never heard of him before and never saw him.
That doesn't mean they're not famous, though. I didn't know he was either.
I'm
yeah.
just putting it out there. I'm saying maybe that should be put to a vote. What do you think, Carmen?
We can vote on it.
Dave Bluntz has a video called The Cup on YouTube that's got 3.1 million viewers, and it's not two girls. It's just Dave
Who
Bluntz.
is more famous, him or the coach for the baseball coach, the college?
I don't believe that the coach for the college thing was famous. I think he was just somebody who has a cool job. I don't think he was famous. Mike
I think
Martin.
he's well known in the state. Like if you
Right.
were in Utah.
It appears that Mr. Bluntz is actually a somebody. I mean, he's got a Wikipedia page. He's got millions of views. I vote yes for Mr. Bluntz.
All right, Bluntz is in.
All right.
All right.
Okay, and then back to Ian, and his next is going to be Doc Severinsen.
That was already taken.
Gio, I think, already took him.
Yeah.
Let me check. Yes, he did. Okay. Barbara Eden.
Okay. I Dream a Genie.
Yeah.
Okay, then he takes Barbara Eden.
All right. Who's up next?
Joe.
Joe, back to you.
By the way, Gio texted me. He said no on Bluntz.
Too late.
That's Gio. That
vote
was
it
1 against 5.
I will be going with Richard Chamberlain.
I don't think Richard Chamberlain's alive.
Hold on.
Do you look before you say these things?
No, he
or
just
no?
goes by memory.
Okay, no, he's still alive. Richard
Yeah,
Chamberlain
90.
is 90 years old.
All
yeah.
right.
But
Sorry, Joe.
just in the future, just make sure you know.
Okay.
So when he says I don't think he's alive, you can say no, he is. I checked already.
Okay.
Makes it a lot easier.
All right.
All right.
And then we go to Gio.
Gio has Rick Steves. I don't know who that is.
Oh boy.
Steves, Rick Steves.
Rick Steves. I do not know as soon as you say the name, but let's see.
American travel writer.
No.
Travel writer.
That's not a famous person.
He doesn't even have a face or an Instagram.
No.
Sorry. I don't know who this guy is. He's just a travel writer.
He was diagnosed with prostate cancer, so that's why he's in the run. He does have 2 million views on YouTube, and he's got 1.2 million followers on Facebook. I mean, I think it's up for a vote. I say no.
I say no. I've never heard of this guy.
He has a Wikipedia page.
I mean, if we're putting him against Bluntz,
That's what
he's
I'm
similar
saying.
to Bluntz.
Right.
I still say no. I don't know. He's a television personality.
Right.
What is his show?
I don't know. Looking. He is, Steve advocates independent travel. His books and
He's on public television.
Oh, that's not television. Oh, Carmen, you might like him. He's got a production company called Backdoor Productions.
Oh,
Oh no.
Loosey goosey.
Hmm.
He writes guidebooks. In his show, he's got a public radio program, Travel with Rick Steves. No way. I vote no.
No, I'm gonna say no.
No, I'm going to say no.
I'm saying no.
You're out.
Gio's gonna be so mad.
Well, I mean,
Gio has another pick.
Yep.
Gio takes the captain, William Shatner.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I think we all
97
know.
years old, former guest of the show, been in space. He's got a lot of points coming through. So, all right, there you go.
Do you get points for going to space?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
You
You
put
might.
that as a credit.
That should have been one of the things.
It's not too bad. We already started. Next is Galvin.
All right, check for me, please. If anybody has taken the Tiger King,
No. No one has taken Tiger King.
I'm going Tiger King.
Tiger King,
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic on your list.
Yes.
All right, who's next?
Tony Burton.
Tony Burton will take former basketball player who is, I don't know how old he is, 96 years old, Bob Cousy.
Bob Cousy. Yeah.
Name you don't hear very often. You'll probably hear it when he dies.
Do you remember Bob Cousy in Blue Chips with Nick Nolte?
Yes.
Where he's talking to Nick Nolte and Bob Cousy's doing the free throws.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in the script, whatever, but he's doing the free throws and he keeps making them because he's Bob Cousy. And Nick Nolte goes, "Do you ever miss?" He made, I don't know, 10 in a row. It was hilarious.
All right, who's next?
Next is gonna be me, And I am taking Prince Andrew.
Okay.
right.
Wait. Okay. Yeah,
Prince
yeah.
Andrew, the one that was involved with Epstein Island, all that
Yes,
stuff.
They're
Okay.
getting close. They're getting closer.
Yeah. He might
Okay.
unalive himself.
Exactly.
All right.
Mm.
And then
I gotcha.
Mike.
I will take NASCAR racer Sterling Marlin.
1 second.
Sterling Martin. All right.
Marlin.
Marlon. I know. I've heard the name.
Yeah.
I'm not a race fan, but
Neither am I.
it's a big enough name.
Just making sure no one took him yet.
Mm-hmm.
I do not see any of that. No, so you're good.